Welcome back to Heroes of Might and Magic 2. This is going to be the third and final part of our adventure here in the Wizard's Isle campaign. As you can see, we have mostly explored all of the Spiral Isles. We've collected pretty much all of the major bonuses we could get for our main hero, Crazy Uncle Ivan the Barbarian, who is currently level 15 with 14 attack, 16 defense, 8 spell power, and 7 knowledge. And we are just about to make landfall with Dawn, who is going to be our scout. She's going to do the best job she can with her 6-speed Grand Elves. I'm not anticipating that she's going to do a tremendous job for us. I mean, what else can she do except see a little bit of what there is to see in the middle of this map and then die? That is truly what I'm expecting to have happen here very, very shortly. We do have a couple of things going for us. First, we have a Sorceress Castle with Phoenixes with 13 available still. We have a Wizard Castle with 6 Titans available currently. And we do have a Necromancer Castle with 13 Bone Dragons, again, currently available to us. And then we do have 10 Titans currently on Uncle Ivan the Barbarian. I'm saying to myself, though, that while this sounds tremendous and we can pull together a terrific army, is this going to be enough? I submit to you that I am not sure. And in fact, I can almost guarantee you that in a head-to-head fight, we will get absolutely crushed. It may be worth it to go over to this Oracle over here, just to see how badly we're going to get crushed. I'm guessing that our Kingdom army strength is going to be just obliterated by yellow for sure, and then maybe the red enemy who we have not yet seen. Red, it looks like, has a pretty good hero with 6, 5, 10, and 10, more magic-based, and then this is the high concern to me. Yellow, they have, it looks like, at least... well, it looks like they're going to have at least 4 castles out there, and I'm guessing more, based off of what we've explored so far, not to mention some towns and some little hamlets. And we have seen on them already at least one hero with lots of black dragons, with many phoenixes, many cyclops, and so on and so forth. Not to mention they have their own titans. So it's going to be an epic fight, an epic adventure. And what are my current goals? Get Ivan as strong as possible, do some exploring, and then go from there. So to make that happen, what else do I need to do for Ivan? Well, I do have the opportunity. There's a couple of shipwrecks over here. That should be gold and artifacts. I did check between here and the last playthrough. I did go and look it up. I did not look it up in-game as we had debated over doing. Nope, I took my lumps and I figured it out afterwards, in between. And those can provide some gold, which is going to be important to get our 6th level creatures, but also shipwrecks do have the possibility of providing you with an artifact as well. At this point, I think we're going to take every single advantage we can get. Otherwise, Ivan's going to need to go and pick up his final army to start making landfall. We could wait, but every single week that we wait is going to hurt us even more because we know that the enemy is going to outgrow us sooner rather than later. So with that being said, Dawn, I know that we just saw a hero come out of these liths shortly before we did this day here. Ivan has currently used all of his movement points. We're going to wait on Marco to pick up this windmill, and then we're going to go. So let's hit new day. There's another hero that just popped out of this lith here. And because they just popped out, I think I'm going to wait for Dawn. I want her to utilize the speed bonus that she has gotten from these stables, and I'd like to land now so that on day 7 she can just go. I don't think that that's going to be very reasonable. I think that there's probably a hero that's just right here in the darkness. I think I'm going to wait for day 7 because if I can just get her landed here and then go to here, I think that that'll be my priority. I need to see where this lith goes. I need as much information as possible. That's truly what it is. So with Ivan, I think that we are probably best suited not to have him land and pick up troops, but probably just to have one hero in each castle that can ferry troops over by land, by sea. And with it being day 6, I don't think that Ivan actually needs to go here this very second, but I am going to have him do this because I know that we're going to come back. I know that halflings are not going to be a part of my final army, nor are the boars, nor are these rocks, and this will give me the opportunity to defeat some shipwrecks without any other major concerns. Very important, I do need to make sure that this is over here, the spell scroll. Zam can be a hero that can spirit away some of those boats. I don't want there to be any boats left here where an enemy might hop into them and then go onto the ocean. Although, now that I think about it, that actually is a pretty viable strategy. If the enemy's main powerhouse heroes come out to play, sure, you can take my sorceress castle, my wizard castle, my necromancer's castle, what have you. Go for it. Have fun. I will raid your main land, and we will swap all day, every day. So actually, leaving a boat here, there's a part of me that says, don't do it. But then there's a part of me that says, but what'll you give me if we do let you swap? And I think that that could actually go a long way for us. We are going to get rid of this Ankh and this Mage's Ring. We're not going to need the spell power. And so we have 4 artifact slots left over. And we're going to send Ivan, who is currently still in the boat, over here, hoping we can get some more gold because we're going to need it, and some more artifacts. We will pick up Bone Dragons in just a little bit. Otherwise, everyone is waiting. I don't think that we land with Dawn just yet. We wait one more turn. And I didn't see any activity, but that doesn't mean that there's not someone right there. One way or the other, it's going to be risky. We have to land. We have to hope that someone heads our way. I think as soon as we land, they're going to come like flies and crowd around Dawn, but she needs to be able to land and then have one turn just so she can kind of get out and about. I'm going to risk it, and I'm going to immediately summon that boat away. And it's that very same boat. It's gone, so Dawn is left on her own. I think that she knew when we were setting her off on this adventure that things were not going to go so well. Unfortunately, with this one Grand Elf, there's no way that we're going to be able to keep her around. If the enemy wants her, they're going to take her. And that's sad, but kind of the reality of that situation as well. Day 7. Let's hope, cross our fingers, that Dawn is going to get to go. It was close. It was close. New month. Month of the Dwarf. After regular growth, the population of the dwarves is doubled. So that means, are there dwarves? Yes, there are dwarves now out on the map. Is this going to hurt me? It could potentially hurt me there. Marco is going to have to fight some dwarves to get to these windmills. Is there a tactical advantage here as well? Is there a tactical advantage to maybe trying to diplomacy some dwarves into my army? I don't think so. Level 2 creatures, I do not think are worth my time for this kind of final fight. So I'm going to let it go for now. If I need to clear them out later, I sure will, but for now, I don't think that that's going to really move the needle at all. I will pick up these halflings just because I know I need to fight some dwarves. Every little bit will help there. And then Dawn, as we can see, oh gosh, Dawn is, well, she's not going to last very long. How about that? Hordes of low-level creatures, 5th level creatures and below, a pack of titans. Well, Phixfox, you've got a pack of titans yourself. Yeah, I could defeat this army. Swarm of halflings, I could defeat this army. It'd be very costly. That's not what I'm concerned about. Oop, an arena. Oh, and Maximus. So we are going to die. There's no chance against that. But the big thing I'm worried about is what happens when that pack of titans joins up with FINNEOUS, their main hero, and they just have all these high-tiered creatures all in one. What happens then? I don't know. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have stepped on these stone lifts and then hit spacebar a couple of times. That was a huge mistake. Huge mistake. I need to find out, actually, if these stone lifts go to more than just one place. And if there is just a one-way connector, okay. But I'm guessing that there's probably one here into the west, one stone lift to the east, probably one to the north, and probably one to the south. If I had to guess, I would guess that that's what I'm going to be up against. Tough to say, and I'm definitely not going to know just yet. And I'm not sure if my second hero, I'm going to end up landing a second hero over here. It might be Zom. I don't know if they're going to go south or if they're going to go north again through the stone lifts. It's going to take a little while for Uncle Ivan to get through. And so for that reason, it's just going to be something that we have to deal with. We're going to have to try and scout a little bit more because we have the time. We do lose Dawn. Let me just fight this to see what we're talking about. And this is what we're talking about. We're talking about hundreds of creatures, 70 creatures here. This is not going to be a good time. I'm going to let Dawn flee. And what happens to that one elf, I do not know. Okay. Everybody here knows my rule, right? My rule is that I do not use Dimension Door and I do not use Town Portal. because it breaks these maps. What is the caveat? If you know it, feel free to shout it out. My rule is if the enemy uses Dimension Door or Town Portal, then it is on the table. That is my rule. That has always been my rule. Now, if Ivan is my primary hero, that's bad because he doesn't have the Expert Wisdom, so he can't learn Dimension Door. Marco, though? That's a possibility. That's a big possibility. One thing that we can potentially do with Marco, I'm thinking, is put him in a place where he can, at the drop of a hat, at a moment's notice, oh, there's another shipwreck, he can defeat or he can fight some of these neutral creatures and just run. Just run. And what would that accomplish? Well, if he is running here from one of these fights, then I can rehire him perhaps at a new castle that has Dimension Door in it. He can get that spell, and then I can keep him alive by whatever means are necessary. That's a potential strategy. And then having one hero with Dimension Door, even if it's not my primary crazy hero, that can still be tremendous. I think that we're going to hope for that to be something that we can do. No guarantees, but it's a possibility anyway. That's 3,000 gold here, and as we go by the sorceresses, Marco is going to hand off some of these creatures. On our way to this other shipwreck, yes, and then we'll just kind of go in this circle one more time. One more time. Alrighty. No other things to do at this time, unless I do want to send another hero. I kind of want to send another hero. This is really the time of the map where I've got a little bit of an idea where things go. I really just need to keep track of a certain person. FINNEOUS. I must keep track of FINNEOUS, where he's at, what he's doing, because if I don't, I'm going to have a real bad time. And ideally, as I mentioned in the previous scenario, I'm going to want to have him be somewhere up to the north, maybe picking up some troops when I land so I can maybe defeat some low-level enemy heroes before I have to contend with him. That is my hope. That is truly my hope. Likelihood is actually fairly high, depending on how much time I allow to elapse. I figure eventually that will happen again, but it's going to be hard to keep track of where he is unless I start to see someone come up this way. Darn, now would be the time, because I think he's going to follow this road all the way up this spiral at least. Well, at least to Kalindra. Maybe he's going to clear out all these dwarves. I don't know. I don't know. Marco is going to take a quick detour, and I think let's buy the Phoenixes now, but then let's take one quick look here. What is our best army? Let's assume that we have Titans, Bone Dragons, and Phoenixes. Let's assume then that my next most powerful creature is actually probably going to be the Magi or the Archmagi over Liches. Let's assume that. And then I think that the Vampire Lords are actually going to be the next most powerful troop. More powerful than Unicorns, more powerful than Liches, especially since the Vampire Lords have been accruing this whole time. I think that that's going to be the direction we go. So that is my final army. My main army is going to be Titans, Magi, Vampire Lords, Bone Dragons, Phoenixes. And that's going to give me a good composition of troops. The negative thing, the bad thing is of course, I'm going to take some major morale penalties for my own troops. But then again, I think that I do have leadership. I've got basic leadership. So it's not going to be nearly as good as I would like, but it's going to be something anyway. Let's have Marco just move the Phoenixes on over for now. And the nice thing is that I will have some leftover troops after all is said and done. It's not going to be a complete one-shot. If I lose a major fight with Ivan, that's not scenario over. There's going to be more that I can do with some of these other troops that are going to be available. I do wish that this was leadership. That would probably have been better. Scouting looks good, but logistics is absolutely going to be the most valuable thing for me. So we're going to do that. Halflings aren't going to move the needle. That's just not going to matter too much. Our next waypoint is up there, up yonder. And FINNEOUS actually did not move that far. And occasionally, as you can see during the enemy's turn, they do continue to use that Dimension Door. Possibly a big issue if they Dimension Door from, say, here to here to here. That would immediately require me to change my strategy. And I would have to deal with whatever enemy did that. Okay, So here he is. Keep track of Phineous. It's like a shell game. The P or the rock is under one of the cups, and you got to keep track of where he goes. So I don't need to keep track so much of all these other enemies. They're going to be tough to deal with, I'm sure. But this is the powerhouse. This is the scary thing. We will deal with that as soon as we can. But keep an eye on the birdie. Make sure that we don't lose track of this enemy here. We do not have Summon Boat. Wow, for being a hero with expert wisdom, Marco just never really got into the spell business, did he? And partially, I mean, with all these resources, I can absolutely trade, but 7 sulfur at the moment, a little bit of a tough thing to do. Okay, let's keep track of the shell game. There goes Phineous. So Phineous is currently somewhere in the middle of the map, kind of heading into this direction. It's not a lot of information, but at least I kind of know where he's going to be at. It's probably going to be useful for Marco actually to pick up Phoenixes, and then he will have to sail and follow Ivan towards the center of the map, towards the whirlpool. Month 4, week 2. Gosh, oh boy, I hope, fingers crossed, that we are going to be able to utilize the troops that we have and not get completely stomped. Don't kid yourself. It's very likely that we're going to get stomped, but we're just trying to make sure that it's not as bad as it could be. Okay, there is all of our gold, but we are going to be trading lots of gold for a lot of these troops. From this point on, I am not gifting anybody anything. Could you imagine if I accidentally gifted the AI something and they just said, thanks? I'd say, no problem, buddy. No problem. Tactical error here. This is going to cost me 1 day. I'm going to need to trade. No resources, thankfully, but I'm going to have to wait 1 more day. It's going to cost me about 2,100 movement points. Therefore, my good friend Ivan, because I'm not going to leave without these Arc Magi. Down to 1,400 gold. Goodness gracious. Okay. Let's trade here. Let's trade here. Everything but sulfur is tradable. Gems are the last thing that I want to trade. There's 24. That's not looking terrific. I really need all these troops, I think. There's just not enough gold in the world, is there? Just not enough gold in the world. Well, let me consider. Is it going to be worth it to take some of these troops from Burlock? And the answer, I think, is yes. A Bone Dragon is much more powerful than a single Arc Magi, and it's basically double the cost. I think that 24 Arc Magi is not all of the Arc Magi I would want, but I do want to get a certain timing attack, and I'm only going to fall further behind the longer I try and get every single possible troop. Getting 22 Titans is massive. And then the next most valuable troop is actually probably going to be the Phoenixes and then the Bone Dragons. Arc Magi, I shouldn't wait just to pick them up. So we're going to set sail. We'll be there in a couple turns. Goodness gracious. Gold is very useful. I'm very sad to be missing it. It'll be a couple more turns. I think Marco can pick up this windmill before we head out. Okay, hero check. Let's see who we got. Maximus. Phineous. Phineous is over here now. He better not have wisdom. He better not have dimension door. And then Natasha's on the upper strand. Still we sail. To ore. And then off we go. I'm going to have to get a foothold here. I simply must. There's no other way around it. We have to get a foothold, and if we cannot, we're really gonna have a bad time. How about this? Okay. I think I'm gonna hire another hero. Let's just have it be Halon. Why not? Oh, goodness. That's more gold that I didn't have, is it? And I think that Zam is going to give over this spell scroll. And all these troops minus the fast boars. And I think Zam is actually going to try and do what Dawn was doing. Since he's now a basic hero, he's going to hop in the boat himself. Halon is going to make this trade with Ivan. I don't think I'm going to have enough movement points to get back. It's going to end up costing me 1 turn. But I think I'm going to maybe try and lure out a major yellow hero. One way that I can potentially isolate these fights, actually, now that I think about it, is this. Let's feed them boats. And if Phineas gets in the boat, great, because then I'll land and then I'll backdoor him. Otherwise, if his secondary or tertiary heroes hop in the boat and then I attack them myself, then I've effectively isolated the fight. Maybe I can bring down the enemy troops' numbers and I can give myself valuable experience points by feeding them boats. That's actually a pretty good idea. Makes too much sense, actually. What's the catch? Now, the catch is that you could lose your foothold and you could cause yourself a whole ton of problems that are unforeseen. Yeah, but at this point, we are really trying to do whatever we can to make this work. And I don't think that there's any more advantages to be found out here. I think this might be the best way that I can just kind of slowly chip away at the enemy. Even if it's level 1 and 2 and 3 level creatures, it's still going to be better for me than waiting. 6 bone dragons at a time. I think 2 bone dragons a day. Thankfully, it's going to take a little while for Ivan, or excuse me, for Zam to set sail and actually reach his destination. And Ivan is going to be able to sail the exact same amount of distance much quicker. Much quicker. And still it costs me time, and still that gives them more resources, and still that is more concerning. Arc Magi up. Good, good. But really, I mean, at this point, maybe if I can just farm experience, maybe that's worth my time. I think so, actually. I've talked myself into this being a good idea. Even if it's a bad idea, I think I need a little bit less... I think I need a little bit more confirmation bias. I think I need me to be ridiculously overconfident. I think to win this scenario at this point, I'm going to need to be ridiculously overconfident. And that might sound like a bad idea. Why would you want to be overconfident? Because you have to be absolutely silly. You have to be crazy to think that you have a chance against these odds. You do, I think. We're going to set sail now. We will catch up to Zom very quickly. Is this Zom or Zam? This one's Zam. Zam is purple, Zom is blue. But I think that I need to start my strategy right now. And again, if Phineas goes towards the boats, then I think that's not a bad time to just summon that boat away. So we will keep a close eye on this. We're going to try to make sure that this works out to the best of our abilities for us. And if this works initially, we may just start doing this more and more with more heroes in more boats. Marco's simply here to hand over these phoenixes. And how do we split this? I actually think that we probably split one phoenix off. I think we probably do it like that. Just so that way you have the 7-speed phoenix that can potentially slot in somewhere, maybe stop an enemy stack of titans from doing a whole ton of damage, whatever the case. Having one phoenix as your split might be the best thing for us there. Oh, we forgot to have Zal move. And then I think if I can just make sure that I am in range of attacking this whole coast, wherever I land this boat, should be best for us. Let's keep an eye out and see if we can see any enemy heroes. Maximus is over there. I'd like to take down Maximus. I think that might be Phineas. That's another barbarian anyway. Marco needs to go back. And let's see if one more day can tell us what we need to consider. I think that's Phineas. It's possible that that's Phineas. Immediately, we're going to see a whole ton of heroes just descend on this one little area. It's going to be rather hilarious, I think. I do. Is this a big enough army with Ivan that I can defeat everybody but their main hero? Maybe. I don't know. I do not know. Alrighty, folks, let's get dangerous. Let's get dangerous, and this time we're going to have Zam go to the south rather than go to the north. Ivan can reach. Maybe they have vision of me, but are they really going to take into account that I have 3,500 movement points by sea? Maybe, maybe not. Okay. You see me. They all see me, but I thought that I would get a much bigger response. I thought everybody would go immediately south. I guess not. Oh, boy. Okay. So we've got confirmation that there is a dungeon castle here. Why Gwyneth did not immediately attack me, I don't know. I do not know. Is the enemy smart enough to know that this boat is bait? Is Phineas coming right now? I do not know. I do not know. Okay, let's stick with the strategy. Let's see what we got. This is exciting. This is exciting. I think that if I was a betting man, I would be betting against me very hard right now. Okay, there's Phineas. If Phineas gets in the boat, I think we land and then we just fight through all these troops. I do. Why is Gwyneth not attacking me? What is her problem? I want to see what the sign says. Arm of the Dragon. Oh gosh. I think that that's probably going to be what all these signs end up saying. They're all going to say something like Arm of the Phoenix, Arm of the Titan, Arm of the whatever. I think that's what we're going to see very soon. If Phineas hops in the boat, we land. And then we just have chaos. Chaos everywhere, and we're grateful for our chaos. Let's see what happens. I want a hero to go in the boat. Nobody's going in the boat. Nobody is going in the boat. Okay. I mean, if I thought I could defeat them, I would. Huh, I can't get by here. I don't know if the green tent has already been taken. There's something right here, but I can't quite see what it is. I'm wondering if once Zam is defeated, if one of these heroes will hop in the boat. The AI just might be too smart for me. They might be able to see danger from afar. That might be what it is. Okay, I need to see what Phineas has. This isn't good. Yeah, this isn't good at all. I think it's possible that if I can get a hero, if I can land, and if I'm faster than Phineas with my expert logistics, it's quite possible that I can land and I can just run in circles around him, and I can take castles and I can do some fun stuff. It'll be messy. It'll be so very messy, but I think it's doable. Let's allow this to continue. I'm guessing that Dimension Door's in that one section there. He is so far down. Should I land right now? Should I land right now? If I land right now, I can potentially start to, again, gain experience. I can avoid, it looks like, at least 2 very tough armies. And then we summon 2 boats away. We summon 1 boat away. Just to make sure that we... Just to make sure we can do this correctly. Let's go to here. Let's summon a boat now. And then let's have Ivan land. We're going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to be super aggressive, and you can't tell me it's a bad idea. I refuse to hear it. So we're going to land. because he's so far down here, and I expect him to immediately turn back. I expect to immediately get swamped. But I think I'm betting that I'm tougher than everybody else. Can I summon this boat, or will I accidentally summon this boat? Ivan can always summon a boat back because he's got his own summoned boat. Let's try and summon the correct boat. Yep, I summoned the correct boat. Okay, good. Let's see what happens. Immediately he comes back, but he's not going very far. I've got 15, 60 movement. On road, he went from here to here. I can go further than that, and now I can explore. I can see what's here. Probably not going to waste time flagging mines. But I think... Oh yeah, I can definitely defeat this castle. It's going to be costly. 140... Well, I mean, first off, 1,000 sprites. My goodness. 140 ogre lords. 450 dwarves. No spells to speak of, but these are all low-level troops. I can deal with hundreds and thousands of low-level troops. I'm more worried about the 93 unicorns. Level 7 Natasha, 0 attack, 0 defense, 14-16. These are the kind of fights I want. And I'm going to get a lot of experience. It's just going to be costly. And now Phineas is currently behind me. Let's see how good we can do with this. This is exciting. Okay. He went from here to here. He's actually moving pretty far. I think that he's got all 5-speed creatures too. Yeah, his slowest speed creature is a speed 5 war troll. My slowest speed creature is a 4-speed bone dragon. So, I don't love it, but this is the best we've got so far. So far anyway. Marco needs to be in a position where he can get hired. Oh no. Dwarves. Hop in the boat. And so the next turn you can land, die, and then I can rehire you here. You can pick up Dimension Door, and then I can Dimension Door all over Tarnation. That's the plan. And that's a good plan. It's a good plan. Good plan. Earth Summoning Altar, that's a little weird. But I haven't seen any Earth Elementals. That might have like 90 Earth Elementals in there. We'll have to wait and find out. Let's waste no more time. No spells, just attack on defense. And these losses look tremendous. For 27,000 experience, 3 Bone Dragons, 1 Titan, 1 Phoenix, this is winnable, and this is the kind of losses I can swallow. And I might be able to do just a little bit better. Let's find out. So, I think I need to remember that I have a tendency to do a bend but don't break kind of a strategy, and I need to make sure that I'm not doing that, if at all possible. Sprites are going to come and try and destroy me. I think I might as well use 22 Titans to defeat these sprites, and I kind of want to use this 1 Phoenix just to eat the damage from these 117 Greater Druids. I would rather lose a Phoenix than anybody else. And then there's no other shooters, there's no other spells. I think that I'm going to slot the Phoenix in right here. And that'll give me the advantage so that then the unicorns are going to take 2 turns down the battlefield, stuff like that. Let's do that now. Other Phoenixes are going to wait. Just going to back off. Doesn't really matter where we back off to, unless the unicorns get good morale. There goes 1 Phoenix. That was 144 damage. With good luck, you only did 144 damage? Are you kidding me? Maybe I don't even need to worry about these sprites. Maybe this is a mistake. Is it ever a mistake to kill that many sprites, though? No. I say not. And I didn't even kill them all, so it wasn't damage wasted whatsoever. I'm thinking that the Phoenixes and the Bone Dragons are probably going to go up here next. Let's see if we can keep these unicorns as our next biggest threat. Let's try and keep them occupied. Bone Dragons, because the unicorns have already gone. Might as well use the Bone Dragons here. That's going to kill most of them. Unless the dwarves get the good morale, we should be fine. Oh, never mind. I miscounted. Probably going to back the Bone Dragons off before the dwarves get to go. Let's keep the Titans able to do full damage on this ranged attack with these unicorns. Okay, and then, yeah, let's kill we killed most of those unicorns. And then Bone Dragons will split, and then we will use our superior range, against these other troops. So we ended up losing a lot more than we should have. I was very careless with these bone dragons. That was a mistake. You do see me do that occasionally. 1, 2, 3, 4. Titans are going to take a hit better than the Phoenixes. Let's keep the Phoenixes alive. Rather than get a little excited and attack. We will eventually deal with these dwarves. Let's deal with the Ogre Lords right now, though. As they go across. Should I? 200. Let's see. We're going to take so little damage on these Titans. I think that we just back off with Bone Dragons. 100 damage from these Ogre Lords. There's 60 left. And then we're probably going to lose one more Phoenix. Really, it is this bend but don't break attitude. Oh, didn't even kill one Phoenix. It is this bend but don't break attitude that is going to potentially cost me a lot. Because it just makes more sense to me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ouch. Ouch. Wow. And it's the bend but don't break attitude that's making it so I'm going to lose so many more troops. I'm fighting this fight so much worse. So much worse. So much worse. 5 and 5. I would have rather lost the one Titan, I think. Well, let me think about that. Would I rather lose the one Titan or would I rather lose the Phoenixes? Titans have the archery skill with them, so they're going to do 50% bonus damage when they are able to get a ranged attack off. That's too many Phoenixes, though. I think you'd rather lose the one Titan. And the Bone Dragons. Yeah. Yeah, that's tough. Okay, luck. Definitely the leadership. Definitely the scouting. That was 3 levels from that one fight. We are looking at 16, 16, 8, and 7. I do hope that we don't get more points in spell power and knowledge. We're going to stop in just so that the level 1 and 2 spells we can get. There's nothing here really to get for our hero. But now I think we will not go left. Left is a death sentence. You have to stay in front of FINNEOUS. And you have a little bit of a lead on him, but not by much. But this does mean that we now start to hire some other heroes. At this point, it's going to be Crag Hack. There's no 6-speed creatures we can use for him. He's going to step on the sign because I simply must. Arm of the Phoenix, yep. Okay. And we're going to explore. We're going to see what's up here, what's around. And we just have to find out. He's probably going to go down. I don't know. Do we get another hero? Hey, it's Dawn. She's back. You would think that enemy or heroes that were once in my employ would no longer want to fight for my cause after I just lose them because of negligence. I think that if I wasn't a hero and I lost all my troops and had to deal with those consequences, I think that I would be a little bit upset at the person who made me make that decision. I don't think that that's unfair either. I think that that's pretty reasonable of me to suspect. Okay, as we're going through, we will pick up some of these towns just because, again, it's going to be worth experience. Look at this, stone liths. Wait, here and here and now here. Does this go north and south? Okay, so maybe I'm sending Dawn this way, so maybe she can get these stone liths. At the least, it will take FINNEOUS out of his way just a little bit. She was very close, but not quite there. Maybe this goes west and east, and maybe this goes north and south. North and south. It's possible. Possible. Marco is going to be able to, at the drop of a hat, land and then go into a mage guild that has excellent spells. This mage guild isn't it. This is not the mage guild that I want Marco to show up at. So we're going to let him just do his thing. Take it easy. Crag Hack is going to continue to explore. Yes, continue to explore. I do want him to jump on this Earth Summoning Altar just to see if there's tons of Earth Elementals. Because there's Air Elementals here. There are Air Elementals here. Maybe I have one hero who is a Conflux army leader, which is I know that I'm in the wrong iteration of Heroes Might and Magic, but still, it's possible. That could be worthwhile. That could be worth my time. Okay, this fight should be much easier. Yeah, 0 losses. 0 losses. But all that experience. Resurrect True. Wow, I wish I knew this spell. And look at these towns. These are fully upgraded. Completely and totally. A throng? Goodness gracious. Okay, we're going to take 2 steps out on the road. We're going to buy another hero. We're going to send Ambrose through that teleporter, through that stone lith, just to see where it goes. It does go to the south. We didn't see that lith before. We're going to hit spacebar a couple times. Yeah, and it looks like we're set there. That's okay. That's fine. And I think that rather than try and go through that lith myself, I think I continue on this circuit and I pick up these stables. It's day 6, so it's going to throw us a little bit out of our way, but it's at least possible. 42 Earth Elementals, that's not enough. That is not enough, but it is worth noting. I might be able to get 1 week's worth of Phoenixes here as I play Ring Around the Rosie. Even if I can just keep the Phoenixes away from the enemy so they don't keep getting stronger, that's going to be worth my time. We'll see. I think that he's too close. I think that he is too close. But once I get Dimension Door, I can do that all day. Once I get Dimension Door, I can collect troops and go in a circle, and this video is going to be ridiculously long, or I'm going to do a jump cut. But either way, it's going to be a viable strategy. I like my odds here. This is silly, but you have to have a hint of madness, I think, to pull this off. And I'm just fine with that. We must have these stables on our way back. That's too much movement points. That's too many movement points to ignore. It's far too many. Might as well head up this way again to explore and to see what else is up here. There's this Tree of Knowledge. That could be useful later. Crag Hack is going to go down this way. And interesting that the enemy, FINNEOUS, is dead set on heading towards me. If I don't go right now, if I do not go right now, he's going to move to probably here. Even though you want these stables, he's going to get the stables in a turn or two anyway. I think you continue to play Ring Around the Rosie. I think you continue to waste time. And then potentially use stone liths later to just stay away from him. And continue to do this cat and mouse game. I hope that my energy stays up. Truly. I hope that my enthusiasm for what's happening here continues. Okay, now this is interesting. FINNEOUS is saying it's easier for me to go here to get you. The AI is going to do a much better job of utilizing these stone liths than I will in that regard. But I think I can attack Thundax. I'll pick up the Archmagi and the Titans that he has here. And then we'll go one Titan. You know what? As bad as I fought that previous fight, I'm going to fight this fight myself. Oh, I should have had 1 Phoenix in the top slot. That was a mistake there. What's going to do the damage on these Titans? I do not know. These nearly 600 Halflings, though, have the potential to do a lot of damage, even though they only have 6 attack skill. 8 attack, 7 attack, 11 attack. Yeah, I think that I'm going to flambe some Halflings. 469, they get bad morale. And I think that actually means that then I go after these Rangers with the 9 attack. 9 attack is better than some of these other creatures, and they're going to do double damage. Yeah, I think that you kill the Rangers here, and then I think you actually work on the rocks now. They just do too much more damage than the Orc Chiefs will. Okay, no more rocks. Yeah, okay. I think that we just got our priorities straight this time, whereas last time we just made a critical error. Gargoyles are going to go. There's no way they're going to hurt anybody. Can I kill all of them here? I can kill most of them. Am I going to take 64 points of damage on the retaliation? I don't think so. No, I do not. 39 damage. Okay, we do fight that fight much better. And that's another one of the enemy yellow heroes' captains, one of their other people that is still tough to deal with. And if I can weed them out, then Marco, once he gets Dimension Door, he can actually do a lot more, I think. This is tough, but I'm going to take the leadership. Good morale is always going to be useful, especially so long as I have troops of 3 alignments and so long as I have Undead in the group, which I think I'm going to continue to have Undead in the group. I think I will. This one Phoenix is probably about right. With those 6 Titans, I think that one Phoenix is correct. Let's fight it anyway. 5,000 more experience. Buddy, we are farming this experience. This is the great equalizer. This is the great equalizer, and I kind of hope that the enemy continues to purchase some troops, some of these things I can kill. I think that's going to be useful for me. By the way, look at this. A Phoenix does anywhere between 20 to 40 damage, but against these Archmagi, I'm doing 60 to 120. That's the power of the multiplicative damage with your attack skill. You better believe it. I think that these boars are going to go first. In fact, I know that they will. So this boar is going to go last. There's not going to be a path for these boars to do damage to me. And your 6 Titans are going to attack me. I think you're going to attack my Titans. My Titans are going to be just fine. Yep, 30 damage. 6 Titans does 30 damage. Not that good. I do want to destroy your stack of Titans, though. My 13 Bone Dragons are going to go before your Griffins. It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. That's another 5,000 experience. We are going to stop in, and then we're going to immediately run for these stables. But we must stop in, I think. 8 Titans. Okay, 8 Titans. That's immediately a huge win. If you can't purchase all your troops, but I can purchase all my troops, that's a huge win. So we're doing great here. And then we must run because Phineas is threatening to get on these stone lifts very, very quickly. Marco must die. He's going to have no movement left. But so long as I can surrender him out of a castle, it's going to be okay. So let's land, and let's not mess this up. We have to hit restart, and then we have to run. And it's not going to matter if we get a little bit of experience here. I suppose we might as well just hit skip a lot and then get them down to 1 stack of dwarves. We just can't have anything else happen. Can we? Nope, we cannot. I don't know, actually. This is a fair point. This might be a complete and utter waste of time. Why? Because I don't know if heroes that run from a battle, if you still get some amount of experience points from that battle. I don't think you do. That just doesn't make sense to me. I would think that you're just going to lose your experience. It's kind of like, hey, buddy, what did you actually do to deserve experience? Nothing. So one of those points where, yeah, sure, all experience is good experience unless you lose the battle, in which case you just much rather forget about that lost battle. But if I'm wrong, it'll be nice to just have a little bit more experience from these dwarves. Every little bit might help. Who knows? It's so weird that we are fighting these massive epic adventure battles with Ivan, and then Marco is over here with this much less high-stakes fight, and yet he's still doing the best he can. It's just kind of interesting to me. Okay, we're not going to press our luck any further. We are going to run. Oh no, we're going to lose the halflings and the vampires and the this and the that. Oh well. Why? Psst. Hey buddy. That's a good looking dimension door. It's a good looking Armageddon. And actually, Town Gate. Town Gate's good. I don't think I've seen the enemy use Town Gate though, so I cannot in good faith actually use Town Gate, I think. The one problem, by the way, with landing and not doing that sooner was that then it takes 1 full day to land here. And because it takes 1 full day to land, Marco now has no movement. I think Maximus might be able to reach, but even if he reaches, we're going to make sure that we split up our 6-speed creatures and these creatures like this, so that way he'll at least be able to surrender his way out of a sticky situation. None of these other troops really matter to me. In fact, I hope the enemy picks them up just so I can kill them for experience. Okay, good, good. And then let's hope that things are working out the way I hope. We're just going to have to wait and see. These liches might put an end to this road for me. Interesting that the enemy is not upgrading these other towns. I kind of think that, I mean, they've got to be out of gold, right? If you are trying to recruit Titans and you can't do it, you're probably running into the same problem that I had, where I was not able to purchase all the troops that I wanted to purchase. And so then you might have tons and tons of black dragons here. Maybe Gwyneth is sitting on so many black dragons, and that's going to be a big thing that we need to do. Maybe we need to immediately head there. Stables, Lith, head west, defeat her, and go. That's probably the best thing I can do. Let's see if Marco is going to survive one day or not. Looks like no, but we need to fight this so that way he can surrender. Unless there's a chain lightning. No chain lightning. That's fine. Buddy, you can have the castle. You can have the 200 gold. Okay. And Phineas is actually catching up. I don't think that he's going to be able to reach this stables this turn, though. And so that bodes pretty well for me, I think. I think that bodes well for me. Might as well kill these guys. And then so long as I'm able to stand on these lifts, he's not going to be able to bother me. Okay. We do have some Cyclops here. And we do still have Yorksford. We still have Yorksford. And this is a level 5 Mage Guild. We're going to steal your stuff here. We're going to keep the 6-speed creatures. We're going to pick up some Phoenixes. And Marco has 5 dimension doors before he has to rest. So these Liches, for example, they're not going to slow him down. Any other creatures I want to purchase here? Maybe unicorns. Maybe unicorns could be a part of my final army. Oh, look at this. I have 1,000 gold. Don't waste my time. Don't waste my time. Good to know, by the way, there's places I can hide. I can dimension door to here, for example. I could dimension door lots of different places. But for now, let's actually try and get these Phoenixes back to Ivan. There's 2 dimension doors. And then we're going to probably just go to here. And then we will catch him next time. So we have 3 dimension doors left. We have basic mysticism. It's not really going to be a big deal. Okay. This is working out okay. So far the strategy is good. So far this is fine. Ooh, there's another castle here. I'm guessing actually that this castle was formerly a town and may have been upgraded. If I had to guess, that's what I would say. It looks like the end of the road for Ambrose. We're going to have him go back. He may still be useful to stand on a lift just to prevent some aggression from an enemy. Again, let's see what happens with Phineas here. I don't think he can get to the stables. Nope, he cannot. Marco is going to do this handoff, and we are getting stronger. Getting stronger. I will have Marco go back this way. Pick up these Cyclops because why not? And then I think I should have enough for 2 dimension doors. There's 1, and then there's 2. That'll take me far, far away from my enemy. And I don't see any more enemies. I don't think that the AI is doing a great job of spreading out in a way that will prevent me from just being so annoying for them. Is this a castle? It's a town. Blackridge. Okay. I can worry about that later. Here's a water summoning altar. I don't think I care. What's the quickest route here? Probably right here. Sure, 220 experience, why not? I'm not going to step on the water summoning altar. I don't think that that'll make sense. But this was that path. I need to stay focused on Middlegate, but this is that path that there was barriers all up and through. That might be... Oh, that might be the direction we're heading. Look at this. Look at this. For the first time, we see the Castle of Magic. Swarm of centaurs, a throng of hydras, a throng of griffins, a throng of gargoyles, and a throng of black dragons. This is our enemy. So I'm guessing then that red and yellow have been sequestered. They've been separate from each other this whole time. Wouldn't it have been neat if red and yellow ended up fighting? Maybe they are allied. If I was a level designer, I definitely would have done that purposefully just to make sure that there's no way that you could cheese the map in that way. But don't worry, we're finding our own ways to cheese this map without any other concerns. We're going to purchase one more hero, by the way. I decide what the weather brings. I decide what the tide brings. And tide today is going to be no stone-lit travel for you. Phineas, if you want to catch me, you're going to have to go the long way. You're going to have to go the long way. Sure, take the castle. I don't care. I do not care. Liches are awed by the power of my forces. Let them be awed. And then this is actually not an easy fight, but my hope is this once again. If I can pick up black dragons, like we picked up 8 titans here, if I can pick up any number of black dragons, that is going to be massive because we're still accruing some of these phoenixes. They're currently empty at the moment, but this is how you win. Slow and steady and cautious, but also purposeful. I think that this is the way you win. FINNEOUS is still there, so we are going to sit here as long as we possibly can. But let's fight this fight. 32 black dragons. Oh my goodness. This is going to be a fight. This is going to be a fight. Oh, I'm excited. Are you excited? Okay. Yeah. This is going to be a fight. And I think that it is going to be all of Gwyneth's troops that are currently constituted here. None of these other Middlegate defenders, I think, are going to be in this fight. Although this is one of those times where after I defeat Gwyneth, what happens to all those other troops? I should get experience for them. I would like to think. Let's slow down. How is this fight going to play out? 7-speed creature, 7-speed creature. Phoenixes are going to get to go first. Well, no, one Phoenix will get to go, and then the 69 champions will go, and then my other Phoenixes, and then my Titans? No, I think then his Black Dragons. Am I best off having one group of Phoenixes or two? Tell you what I could do. We're going to want some people to take some hits. How about we have one group of Phoenixes? How about we split the Bone Dragons? Because I think that I'd prefer to have dragons over Bone Dragons, and then I can have just terrific morale. Maybe that'll be the best thing for me if I end up losing Bone Dragons now, because I can't resupply here. There's no Necromancy Castles that I've found here so far. Maybe this is the only Necromancy Castle on the map. And then though there are 10 Bone Dragons here, it'll be pretty hard to get them back into this fight. So maybe I try and lose the Bone Dragons a little bit here, and it goes Phoenixes, Champions, Titans, who can get the first hit off on their Bone Dragons, or their Black Dragons, and then we are rolling. I think that's the way to do that. And I think that if I didn't take the time to stop and slow down, I wouldn't be off doing as well. But because of this crystal ball artifact that lets us get more specific information about monsters, heroes, and stuff, I think that we can plan around how do we make sure our Titans get the first shot, and this is how. The other thing that could affect it is if I put Magi here, but we are not going to be silly like that. We're going to fight this fight just like this. 7, 7, and 1, completely and utterly acceptable. No problem. Let's see if we can lose less Phoenixes and lose more Bone Dragons. Let us see. This is going well. I feel tremendously stoked about the way this is going. Okay, no spells, of course. 3, 4. So this is the first time that we've really had an enemy. I think Maximus actually had some pretty good stats. I didn't actually check though. I should have. But Gwyneth has a level 3 knight with 3 attack, 4 defense. It's not going to hold up to my 17 and 16, but it is a concern. I think I actually keep the Phoenixes back. All these other ground troops are going to take some time to get across the battlefield to me. I think that we're just going to wait on the Phoenixes, and I know that the Titans are going to take the brunt of the aggression. Maybe if I stick the Phoenixes right here, actually. Hold on. If I put the Phoenixes right here, you can't put the drawbridge down, can you? I don't actually know if that's how that works. Can you stop the drawbridge from being put down if you park a troop right there? How do I not know the answer to this? How do I not know the answer to this? We're going to find out, because if I'm right, and then all these slow-moving ground troops are just stuck here and I can just shoot them like fish in a barrel, great. If not, the Phoenixes are going to take some damage from these champions, and then probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe then these veteran pikemen as well. But it's a risk I'm going to take. Let's hope for the best. Okay. And so the champions, look, and so the champions skipped their turn. So you can prevent the drawbridge from going down. and now, my 7-speed attacking creatures have countered your 7-speed defending creatures, and now I'm just going to have to deal with Black Dragons first and then everybody else. Let's get some good luck. We have Irish luck. Now would be the best time for luck. Please. I'll take it. That's okay. 7 Black Dragons go down. That's what I was looking for, baby. That's what I was looking for. That was 1 Titan. They did 323 damage when I did 2,000, and then 3,200 on the retaliation. We're doing just fine. Just fine. We're going to wait. I'm not worried about these castle defenses, and with these Bone Dragons and with these dragons that are left, we are just going to demolish. Just obliterate. 1 Titan is going to be the final loss. Phoenixes are skipping. Now you finally have a path that you can leak out of your castle towards, but it's going to have to go Hydras first, and so everybody else is going to be stuck here. This is shooting fish in a barrel, and I would be very upset if I was playing against like a friend. 5. I'd be very upset if I was playing against a friend and you did this to me. I'm not saying our friendship would be over, but I am saying that you and I would have some major problems. I really think that we'd have some problems. The Titans are going to focus on these veteran pikemen. I'm going to keep the Phoenixes here? Question mark? I'm not going to attack with the Phoenixes. I guess I'm not worried about the champions coming through at this point. It's 17 champions, but then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then for sure the veteran pikemen aren't going to get a hold of anybody, just in case the Titans don't do full damage for whatever reason. There could have been an opportunity where they got good morale, but to what end, I ask you? With the good luck, get out of here. Every single one of those pikemen needs to just leave. Just be done. Just be done. Okay. Worth noting, by the way, Gwyneth has blood morale, but their troops have only great morale. Why is that? Of course, the Bone Dragons decrease the enemy's morale by 1. It doesn't decrease your hero's morale. It decreases the individual heroes or the individual unit's morale. So even if you have blood morale, you're still going to have only great morale because of the effect of the Bone Dragons. I think that that's a good way of kind of balancing that effect. Because even if you have the Battle Garb of Andurin, which gives you maximum luck and maximum morale, you're still not going to be able to get away with something cheeky. You're still going to have to deal with all of these troops. You're still going to have to deal with that effect. Going to have to deal with that effect. Yep, that's what I meant. Okay. And from here, the battle is won. 1 Titan lost to kill 32 Black Dragons and to pick up 28,000 experience. Oh, I did lose a Bone Dragon. Woe is me. Now, here's the thing. Definitely the luck. We'll take it all. Sad to see that we got some spell power out of that, but we'll take it. Here's the thing. If there are Black Dragons in here, then we are feeling tremendously excellent about ourselves. Darn! Darn! A man can dream. A man can dream. But even so, we can see that they've not been able to purchase out all these troops, which is really pretty good. Let's go back to the Kingdom tab and just see what's around here. So these were the first 3 castles we had. This town is mostly purchased out. The Sorcerer's Town of Yorksford. The Fenton town was not mostly purchased out, and then there was still some extra stuff here. So there are some low-level troops, but again, I kind of hope that the enemy takes those for me. There's no need to stay here overnight. We might as well hit the road immediately. No sense, I don't think, in the moment for getting this 5th level Mage Guild. I don't think it'll really matter, and I think that we are going to continue to play Ring Around the Rosie. But now I think we've seen 1, 2, 3, 4 enemy castles, and these are the 4 that we need to worry about. I don't know if there are Phoenixes or Cyclopes in the other castles. I don't want to say I don't care, but I don't know. I don't know. FINNEOUS is going to take Fenton back. Let him. And then Marco needs to stay overnight. Ambrose is saying, hey, Neener, you can't get me. And then Marco may take some of these troops from Ivan and just use his teleport to go around. We may have him pick up this these legendary scepters that are the plus to knowledge, so he can get additional dimension doors. Yeah, I think so. And again, why am I using Dimension Door? Because the enemy used it first. That is what it is. Okay. How many do you have? Hold on, I'm going to spend the gold. This is a bad idea because I know, well, I know it's already too much. I know it's too much, but I'm still going to do this anyway. How many troops do you have? 42, 30, 82, 159. $42, 30, 82, 159. Who cares about the war trolls? And 6 and 8. 6 and 8. 6 and 8 is definitely something. 6 and 8 is definitely something. Okay, so get that one troll out of here. 42, 30, something, and 158. It's so many. It is so many. And for that reason, Marco is definitely going to want to oblige these outer towns to join our cause. But we will do that shortly. Dawn is going to stay here again and then on to the new day. The problem that I'm looking at now is this. I can potentially be careless, make a mistake, and it can all fall apart. I'm feeling great right now, but I have to be extra cautious. I have to be extra careful. Because any mistake spells doom and disaster. I don't know where you think you're going. It's almost a new week. That is true. That is true. I think I'm going to have enough time to pick this up and then go back before he can get me. Let's do that. It's all about the experience. It's all about these additional opportunities. Town may not be upgraded to a castle. I think I'm actually okay with that. I think I'm happy for that. He is here, and he's ignoring these castles, and he's keyed in right on Ivan the Barbarian, like a intercontinental ballistic missile. He is focused, he is hungry, he is primed to do damage, and he does not like the idea of anybody making fun of him. That big ugly jerk. So Dawn stays. Craghack is going to head on up. And I think that Marco is probably going to end up waiting just one more week so we can deal with this enemy hero here. Because there's only 2 yellow heroes on the map. Only 2 yellow heroes on the map. But I want to get phoenixes before I do much else. Oh, there's Maximus. Did you hire him back? I'm not sure what happened there. But that's a good move on their part to get Dawn out of the way. And actually, I think I'm actually going to pick up another hero now. Troyan. Costing me gold, but my gold is shifting the more castles I get because each castle is additional gold mines. And now they cannot come through this stone lith. Good, good. Oh, I wish that I had a hero here on these stone liths, because now FINNEOUS is looking at them. Marco can make it. Of course Marco can make it. Marco is a wizard. And I mean that in every sense of the word. Every sense of the word. Whoa. That bug is back. It didn't actually go anywhere, if you're wondering. I think that bug has kind of always been there, and I haven't figured out exactly why that keeps happening. Zence, I'm sorry. I think that I forgot to send you the specs on that. I think that we talked about doing that in a comment, and I think I completely just forgot, and I only just remembered. But if you are playing FHeroes2 and you find any bugs or anything that's not working as intended, I'm sure that the FHeroes2 team would appreciate it if you dropped them a comment in their Discord. They are always working on the game, they are always improving it, and they have my utmost respect. They are tremendous. They are a tremendous group of dedicated individuals, and they have all my respect. Very impressed with them. Very impressed with the work that they do. It's day 7. I think that Marco can now go back. Probably teleport Dimension Door this way a couple moves. Pick up at least one of the legendary scepters. I don't know if I want to give him 2. But at least this way, he's going to be able to have 2 more Dimension Doors. Yeah, 2 more Dimension Doors. Even though that costs me a lot of stats. And I think that flexibility is more important than Ivan, who I'm not planning on fighting the final fight yet. I think that's more important than him having a problem, I think. Marco is going to catch up to me very quickly with those additional black dragons. Even just having 3 at a time is probably going to be worth my time, I think. Let's see what the enemy does here. Troyan is going to stay. She is just going to die, unfortunately. Let's actually, hold on. Let's go here. Sleep. Let's go here. Sleep. The active heroes I have are Crag Hack. Well, Crag Hack is kind of stuck at the moment. He's just hanging out. I'm gonna put him to sleep as well. And let's see what the enemy does here. There goes Troyan. Aha. Aha. Okay. FINNEOUS is on the verge of causing me some big problems. I wonder, with 7 dimension doors, can I get to Croxton and get those Titans liberated? I think so. I think so. And definitely with the dragons, which unfortunately I have to start trading sulfur for now. I'll trade 10 at the moment. With these troops, Wilfrey absolutely can. We're going to do this just so that way we've got some additional 6-speed creatures. We're going to go here. We might go... Let's see, is it worth it to get the stables? Not now. Not now. Is there any chance that these guys can reach me here? No, there's not. Marco is going to start his long journey. There's 6 dimension doors left. Here is 5 dimension doors left. Here is 4. I will lose the little guys, lose the unicorns, pick up 3 titans. And I think I'm even going to stay here overnight. I will even bring the Magi because they're currently in my final army. And then see what FINNEOUS does. Ivan is in a little bit of a predicament because I think I'm going to have him stand on these stone liths. Unless another hero can sneak out. Let's trade a little bit of resources. Just enough to get what we need. One more hero. And if this hero can reach, great. And if they cannot, oh well. Vesper has got a 4-speed creature as his slowest. And he can get to the stone liths. So that frees up Ivan. Ivan would have had to go and stood on these liths if that hadn't have worked. But now I can kind of clear into this direction and just see what else is here. And just kind of play this game of distance. Play this game of now scouting to see what else is in this part of the map. If there's a tree of knowledge somewhere in these shadows over here, that's going to be worth knowing. Marco is not going to teleport away. He's not going to dimension door away. I want him to have full spell points. I think that it's going to be just fine. Just fine indeed. Okay. On to the next day. Oh, I better. 4 more Cyclops can absolutely go into this army here. So let's just prevent them from going. Oops. Wow, we're getting a lot of resources when we trade, by the way. With this amount of marketplaces, we're doing just fine. I'm sure that Maximus and or Sabu are going to fight here. We're going to let them. I wonder where those giants came from. Several giants? Is there another wizard castle available? I hope so. I hope so. Please let there be. We're going to have to find out. Marco is going to go exploring for me. Or from here, can I dimension door? Marco can help me resupply. I don't have to send troops the long way. I can resupply this way. That feels cheaty. That does. It's not my fault that they used dimension door. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. That's on them. That's on them. They shouldn't have done that. If they didn't want me to be dimension dooring all over the place, they shouldn't have used it in the first place. That's on them. I have no regrets. I wanted to play nice. I really did. But they have made this impossible to do so. And it doesn't really hurt my feelings that bad. Also, because, you know what? This is my secondary hero. It is what it is. It's my secondary hero. Come on. Come on. Is it really so bad of me? Come on. Come on. Come on. I could maybe even town gate from this point. Maybe. No, I think I'm still closer to there. So We'll get there in a turn or two, but Marco is going to bring back how many Titans from my main castle? 12. And I am going to get them. And in fact, I think I'm going to trade resources now because I'm trading at such a good clip. Trading here, trading here, trading most of these Mercury resources, trading a lot of the crystal. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That'll be fine. Moving on. We do lose that castle. We knew we were going to lose that castle. And yellow is, well, he's still pretty scary. There is a castle right here, by the way. A knight castle. I think that we don't risk it. I don't want to fight this fight just yet. So we back off. And he might have gotten, actually, he might have, oh dear, he might have gotten those stables and he might be faster than me. We will wait and find out. But that is definitely something I need to be concerned about and be conscious of. Wouldn't it be amazing if the enemy, out of the blue, was able to find a way to get the expert wisdom and then all of a sudden they were just dimension dooring everywhere? Wouldn't that be quite the surprise? Yes, it would. We're going to leave Marco here overnight. That extra 2 dimension doors has been pretty good for us. And of all the castles to have forked over, this castle and this castle are fine. We're still getting phoenixes here. We're getting the black dragons here. I would love to have the titans also, but it's going to be okay. I think that Phineas is right here. We're going to have Vesper step off. We're going to go through this way. We're going to play a little bit of a game of surprise. And I think that Phineas is actually going to come back this way. I don't think he's going to try and go through the teleporter. I think he's just going to come back. Phineas is even going to go here. Can she reach? Natasha might have Dimension Door. So let's wait on that. And then Marco is going to set off. Did we say today or tomorrow? He can't get all the Titans, can he? He can get 8. Let's wait one more day. We're getting a tremendous amount of gold. Let's wait one more day before he sets back off. And then let's just see. Maybe Phineas is keying in on Middlegate, which I think is a really good decision. Maybe he knows he can get there by day 7. It's quite possible. Vesper is going to play keep away there. We're going to pick up our stables on day 5. Press our advantage into Croxton. And just threaten these yellow heroes so very much. Blackridge, yeah. These towns, these castles are of no consequence. Not to me, not to the enemy. There's 2 more Titans, and we will trade for the rest. And we're going to trade, again, not all of our Mercury, but a bit of it. I don't think I need wood in any amount at this point. Sulfur will keep. We need just a little bit more here. And we get the last 2 Titans. I would love to stick around and pick up the Magi. They're good. They're good. Do I want to trade some of my gems? How many gems am I getting a day? 2? I'm going to need 12 gems a week. 3 from this castle, 3 from the other wizard castle that's on the mainland. And I'm going to get 7 a week, so I got a surplus. I can trade. I will trade down to here. 6 gems is going to be my buffer. 10 gems is going to be my buffer. If you ever get tired of me lying to you, just know that I come by it honestly. I truly do. And I wouldn't even really consider it lying. It's more of just like trying to do my best. And talking my way through it is sometimes the very best thing that I can do to make sure that things go correctly. There's no way I can get there, but I can get over here. And then I'm actually going to just walk the rest of the way. Walking the rest of the way is going to save me some dimension doors that might be useful. We'll have 4 left. Let's see what Phineas does. I think he's still going to head for the Warlock Castle. No, he still focuses on... Still he focuses on Ivan. I think that I take out Natasha here, and I don't think that Phineas is going to be able to reach. That's just too far, isn't it? I think that that's just too far. So let's take this fight here. It says we're going to have some losses. I agree. 54% Crusaders is not nothing. These are meaningful troops. And at this point, it's really best that it's just meaningful experience, truly. I don't want to fly the Phoenixes into the teeth of these enemies. I will take the damage from 214 Grand Elves. With 5 attack, with 0 attack, 0 defense, and all this spell power. Oh, honey. No. No, that's not going to do it for you. The Titans are going to take maybe 80 damage total from these Grand Elves. That's my guess. We're going to wait and find out. Let's see. Oh, I was wrong. Well, I underestimated them. They did about, what was it, 134 on the first hit, 110 on the second, 40 hit points left. We're just going to make sure that our Titans don't take any more damage. How about that? Let's do that. And then you have normal morale. That means you have all your troops with poor morale. There's no chance that they get across the battlefield in one turn. Let's kill where we need to. Next, we will focus on their other 6-speed creature here. And then the wolves are just going to get demolished. 6 bone dragons. I'm not really going to use bone dragons to resupply, I don't think. I really don't. And I want to really help make sure that these Titans, I don't lose one. It's still possible that I lose one, so let's be as smart as we can. Phoenixes will attack 6-speed creatures in this direction. Oh yeah, that feels pretty good. If I could, oh, I can. Is this going to work? It does. And we're able to kill the... No! I messed up. And I lost a Titan. My bad. I forgot that by killing all the 6-speed creatures that then the Minotaur Kings would go. That was my mistake. So 1 Titan goes down for another 20. That was an experience. +1 defense. I don't think I need to hop in here. There's no troops to purchase. Nope. And so Ivan just continues on his way, just in case the enemy is faster. Marco can catch up to me, but FINNEOUS is not allowed to catch up to me. I just have to get back to here. Okay. Marco continues to wander with his now 15 Titans. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's pretty good. We've still got 3 dimension doors. There's 1. There's 2. 1 left. We trade and then we dimension door up. We just can't end here. Yep, we did not run out of movement points. And this army looks pretty good. It does. And I think that now is not a bad time to move the Black Dragons over. I would love to have the Phoenixes over there, but I don't think it's going to be as worthwhile. Let's get this Legendary Scepter over just in case. And then Dimension Door way away. Marco's going to be a little bit slow, actually. 6 speed, 5 speed, 1500 movement versus 1900 movement. He's going to get away. That's going to be all that really matters. And then now, since I got a hero here, or I got some space here to breathe, let's just pick up Vitania and continue to abuse these stone liths. Keep the enemy on one side of the map. Okay, I see you. I see you. You're scary. What are you doing? That's a job for Marco. It's absolutely a job for Marco. Where do we still have... Let's see. If we can get back over to Winterkill, then Marco can do some nifty stuff because he can get some more of those Phoenixes. It's probably the very best thing we could do. Is there a well along the way? I do not see one. He's going to have a dimension door in 2 turns. Let's just have him start to go this way because he can't get into Fenton right now. Ivan is running. He's not a coward. He is running, but he's not a coward. He's being tactical. He's being smart. You're back asleep. Vesper's a door. Britannia's a door. And then Luna, we are going to have to take out. Probably with Marco. Maybe with Ivan. They take back. And that is going to lose us 3 Titans that we'd prefer to have. But I'm still not ready to fight FINNEOUS. Not yet. We're bridging the gap, though. With my 43 Titans... No, not when you have 82 Phoenixes. 82 Phoenixes is still way too many. So... Let's see. I can probably actually... Hold on. I can send Vesper through. Nobody's going to jump on him. Ivan's going to go defeat Sabu. Let's see if we cannot lose a Phoenix. How did Sabu get all the way over here? I don't know how Sabu got over here. Oh, he must have just walked. Must have just walked. And then we will kind of go from there. 26 champions. I'm not concerned about them at all. Who am I concerned about? Rogues, I guess. We'll do that. Oh no! 71 damage. I'd better kill the orcs because they're still going to do a lot of damage. And then the Archmagi and the dragons will clean up giants. Yeah, 300 hit points on these black dragons is going to go so far. Let's just kill all the ogres. Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem. Okay. 6,400. And I'd love to take this town, but I need to make sure I can get through these stone lifts before FINNEOUS does next time. I'll have enough movement. I'll be able to go here and then back. Marco is going to take a brief stop here. Very brief, just to pick up some of these other troops. Should I get some of these other guys? Probably not. Maybe the war trolls, just so that that number doesn't grow for FINNEOUS. And then we walk. Do we dimension door here? Is it going to matter? Well, we don't have the spell points anyway. So we go. You want to attack me? You can kill one war troll. Who cares? And then Marco's out. Doorstop, doorstop. And my doorstops are currently not being threatened. Could you imagine? You're like, but I'm a war hero. And then you just get referred to as a doorstop. Every time. Every time. So sad, really. FINNEOUS is acting like he doesn't want any part of me. I don't believe him. I do not believe him. I cannot believe him. I would love to continue to fight and win and destroy him. And I'd love to pretty much end this scenario right here. But I think I must be careful because especially if this is my final fight, remember, FINNEOUS is not the final fight. Magic is the final fight. I think that I simply must wait on FINNEOUS. A little bit sad, but I think that's the best deal. This is actually, I think, going to tell me a lot. If FINNEOUS turns north, I think that he will have established in his mind that he cannot beat me, and I will accept that at that point. But right now I'm going to wait and just assume that he's not as smart as he thinks he is. If he continues south towards Uncle Ivan, okay. But I wanted to go this way anyway to pick up these dragons. Yep, that's what I wanted to do. So let's go this way. And then Marco needs to get his spell points. Pick up some phoenixes. And oh boy, will he pick up some phoenixes. He's also going to get these unicorns. This is going to be his army, basically. Mostly sorceress creatures. Yeah, we'll probably keep the trolls and the cyclops. And then we will get phoenixes. We'll go to here, to here, to here, get phoenixes, come back, and then take this whole arm. Because Luna is not going to be able to deal with me. Wow, a pack. That's a lot. That is a lot. That is a lot. Okay. And he does. He turns tail and he heads north. Vesper is going to come this way, stand on this gate, while Ivan goes and gets his dragons. And because I have one hero slot left, you can have 8 on the map at any given moment, I'm going to send one hero up the direction that we know had some liths in the way. And I'm anticipating that there's going to be a brown barrier up there somewhere. Why a brown barrier? That's the one tent that the enemy could not have possibly gotten. That's my reasoning. Otherwise, let's keep going. I don't think I need to be worried for Marco's safety in some of these fights. I don't think so anyway. One phoenix, one phoenix, one phoenix, one phoenix. At this point, I'm more worried about the time than anything. Time is a resource, not just in the game, but in life, right? So I would hate to I would really hate to lose time. We've got a Resurrect True. We don't have to be careful at all. Yeah, we do not have to be careful at all. Here. And then don't use your eye against yourself. Take out some sprites. I don't know how I'm going to lose a Phoenix here, but when I do, I'm going to just Resurrect True. It'll eat up one of your dimension doors. Yeah, it's just kind of the price of doing business, isn't it? Whoops, that was a mistake. Oh, didn't mean to do that. We'll go here. And might as well Resurrect True right now. And just do that. Just simplify the fight. 71 hit points left. Sayonara, friend. Okay. Yeah, that'll cost me at least, 15 magic points is more or less 2 dimension doors, but I think it'll be fine. I might even be close enough to Town Gate right now. Oh no, I just captured that town. What are we talking about here? Not at all. Can I go here? No. And with 15 points left, let's see, I'm gonna have to go here. Let the liches run, go to here, and then I should be able to get to this spot. And then I'll be able to just kind of wheel it in the last little bit. These secondary logistics are very, very important, but sometimes it feels a little sad when you know that that's not the main fight. That's not really the thing that's going to win you or lose you the game. Where's the orange tent? It's not there. There's blue. There's red. Orange. Okay, so there's still going to be orange to contend with shortly. 3 more black dragons. And now, those vampire lords that we upgraded their mansion for, they're not going to be figuring into my final plans at all. Because now we have all these extra troops. These bigger and better and badder troops. Next turn I'll have enough magic points. 2 more turns. We will get there. That Resurrect True hurt us a little bit. I think that we go through, avoid Maximus, and keep an eye on these guys. It's going up. She's going up. Marco has 9. And I think I can catch Maximus here. And I think I definitely ought to try. Especially if Vesper goes through the liths one more time. And maybe baits out Maximus a little bit. I hope Maximus cannot reach, but maybe he can. Don't really know what to do with Marini. 1 hero there, 1 hero there, 1 hero there. And then Maximus did not move at all. Pastor does not concern me. I think I'm just going to auto-combat this. I do. Oh. I'm going to hit Q because I already know that the battle is going to go well. So, no problems there. +1 spell power. Again, I'd prefer anything but spell power. This means that Vesper can go back. Say hello. And disappear. It's almost a new week. Not quite. Might as well go take this castle up here. And then Marco now can cast his final dimension door to here. And we're not going to hope that the town gate is going to take him to the appropriate place. Yeah, we're about to have a lot of extra phoenixes here. And I do have, for Marco, I do have a mage guild in there. You have to have a mage guild to get the druids. So that's done. Everything else is okay. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. I don't think. 4,000 more experience. Still FINNEOUS rides. I'd love to get this castle. It doesn't matter though. He's probably going to get another 3 titans. We're aware of that. Might as well pick up the +1 to luck. I think I've already got max luck anyway. And then we got 15 phoenixes here. And since it's day 7, we are going to wait 1 more day. And with the, well, I guess we're going to want to get the upgraded druids just in case. I think we're on to one more day. Yes, yes. And Marco should be able to clear out the rest of this. Okay. My armies are getting larger. Spending the money on those druids is only important because then that means that Ivan doesn't have to be everywhere all at once. It's nice to have this second hero that can just be very, very flexible for me. There's that bug. No need to fight. And then with 30 spell points remaining, with 20 spell points remaining, we will defeat Luna. And we should defeat her. Throng, Horde, Lots, Several Pack. She's got some spells, doesn't she? And well, and she also has 128 through elves. Try and save the phoenixes. We can't surrender. We don't have any gold. We've got one Resurrect True. We've got Mass Bless. We've got a Lightning Bolt. It's probably in my best interest to try and take down as many of these phoenixes as I can. Oh, geez. Well, I got 3 and 3. She's got 0. So let's see. Mass Bless is going to be the play more than anything else. And maybe that will bait out some other spell from her. I think that we immediately focus on these 14 phoenixes more than the unicorns. Oh, and they ended up doing damage to their unicorns. And actually that blind is fine. I think that I'm going to have, yes, I'm going to have enough spell points to cure my phoenixes. Do I have a cure? Do I have a cure? Yep, I have a cure. So beginning of next round of combat, we will cure. The unicorns are going to go out of their way, and then the phoenixes are going to stay alive. That was really the thing that I hoped for the most, I think. Phoenixes I can attack with impunity. They've already used their retaliation up. Oh, smart from the unicorns. I really like that play. I think that's absolutely the best thing you could have done. I do. I think that's the best thing you could have done. And then oh, these are just elves. These aren't even grand elves. Elves are going to go down in a massive way. The Mass Bless is stupendous. This is still a tactical error. This was a huge mistake. Huge mistake. But at least I'm going to win the fight and so on and so forth. I don't like this at all. Losing, what was that, 10 phoenixes? Terrible, terrible error. But it is what it is. Elves are probably going to wake up my phoenixes. We are going to let them. Probably should have tried to kill the sprites because they have no retaliation. We will deal with them at some point. Yeah, we'll deal with them at some point. Right now. Okay. So we turn a loss into a victory, but yeah, that's an additional 10 phoenixes that we don't get for our final army. That was bad. That was really bad. There's no other way around it. That's just bad. And there's no guarantees that there's not going to still be more troops over here. In fact, I think you can count on there being more troops over there. I think that's something you should just plan on. Ivan understands that FINNEOUS is coming. Ivan's going to go and get some more dragons for himself. Everybody else is just kind of waiting. Just waiting. Marini is going to sacrifice herself nobly to go into the fog of war. Okay. I think that everybody can tell at this point that this strategy has worked. This strategy has worked. And I'm sad that it's going to take this much time, but it's going to work. And then I'm just going to have to figure out how to deal with magic. What to do there? I do not know. I cannot say. What are you doing? I've broken his spirit, and he is simply walking right by me. Look at this. If he's going for Vesper, then so long. But I think that Uncle Ivan is just his priority. And I don't think that this is actually me breaking the game in any kind of way. I think that this is just doing the best you can. And I don't know what the enemy would do. If I was the enemy right now, what could I possibly do to make this better for me? As far as I'm aware, nothing. You're just going to have a real bad time. That's just kind of the end of that chapter. We will give up this castle here in order to get back to Croxton. After Marco takes this town here, this castle, he will head on over with his remaining spell points. He's got one dimension door. And then we're just going to clear up everything before we finish this. Phineous is a little too close for my liking. Only sprites. No losses. 4 phoenixes. Armageddon. Looks good. A lot of low-level troops here, but they're not going to make it into my final army, and I'm not going to purchase any more. It was a mistake to purchase this many greater druids. That money is reserved for 6-level creatures at this point. We're going to wait on Marco one more turn. I don't really know what to do with Ivan. I suppose I can waltz over here. And then Marini is going to step on the blue tent, even though I don't think it has any use for me. And then I will send one hero over to this orange tent after Marini is defeated by the enemies. Three more phoenixes. Yep, that's all I need right there. Marco is rearing to go. I'm not sure if I can reach this middle section. I cannot. But we can go quite far. Quite far indeed. Maybe I can hop into this town. It does not have a mage guild. Darn. Okay. Well, in that case, we're just going to give over these troops to Crag Hack, who is immediately going to scare these liches into submission. And then before Ivan leaves, we will hand over these troops. And we were wasting Phineous's time. We're wasting Luna's time. Myra goes down. I'd rather not lose Vesper if I can help it. Crag Hack is happy that he can finally be useful again. And then let's have him... let's have him go here. And have Marco go to a town where he can get his spell points back. Ivan's going to dive right onto Carlon. And Phineous is too far away from me to do anything. This frees me up to purchase Natasha, who has been a good hero in her own right for her Lord and Liege. And I think that I'm going to send... Let's see, can I reach? I cannot reach. I think I'm going to send Ivan right to here, just so Vesper has a safe place to escape. And then we will see. Yeah, I don't think that Phineous can get here anyway, so I'm going to just go right here as a deterrent. Maybe over to these stables. I'll see if I can get the stables on day 1. And then from there, Ivan may just go and clear all this out. Marco would be a good candidate for doing that, but after the other losses we took, I'm not very confident in that. Phineous is coming back. Vesper does go down, but that's going to cost Luna her life. More liches. That's the second time. Second time this game. We're going to go out of our way here to get the stables to come back. Take our free experience. And we will press this direction. Phineous is still, again, too far away. And then we will hire Sandro. Sure, let's hire Sandro the hero so he can be our new doorstop. Okay. So all in all, I'd be very interested actually to kind of consider what other options did we have that I missed. Because this strategy worked. Ultimately it worked. And if we had tried to do a head-to-head fight, Never would have worked. Never could have made this happen. And even the dimension door has been useful, but not game breaking for me. So I ask you, well, what else could work here? Are you able in this scenario to get out quicker than I did? And that's a real question. I don't know the answer to that. But are you able to get onto the adventure map with your Titans purchased here by the end of month 2 or the end of month 1? It's quite possible. I think that you would have to trade very, very aggressively. And I think you would have to immediately go to get Marco, the wizard. What is there? Oh, it's a pack of liches. Nope, can't lose that. You would have to get Marco, the wizard, immediately, and thus that necromancer castle in the southeast. You would then, I think, have to go 80 points of damage. Yeah, that'll do it. You would then immediately have to go to the sorceress castle to the far west. And then from there, you have 3 marketplaces. You could do some crazy good trading, I think. And with that, I think that then you don't have to worry nearly so much about anything else. I think that that's all it's going to take for you to win. To just get your marketplaces in place, get your cloud castle level 1 at least, so that way you get the giants accruing who can later be turned into titans. That would have been the biggest benefit for me otherwise. Otherwise, I mean, really, fighting these fights one-on-one, head-to-head, I just don't see it going very well for anybody. How you could do it better, I don't know. I don't know. If you have any other strategies or any other comments, let me know, because I'm very interested to find out. Because from here on out, the way I'm looking at this scenario is this. Defeat all of yellow, and then there's no way that red can overwhelm me. I will beat this map eventually. It's impossible for me to lose unless I'm ridiculously dumb. Unless I somehow give them a boat out and then they just completely overwhelm me or whatever. And I say boat because of this. I'm guessing that there's going to be something to do there. Because otherwise, why wouldn't they have come out already? Wait a second, what's this? Haven't really looked at this. Is that a castle? I don't know what castle that is, but there's 2 castles in there. 1 castle here, 1 castle here. So Phineas is still in limbo. It's day 1. I'd love to take Croxton. I can't. He's just going to take those titans from here on out. We must get Sandro back out. And then Ivan is through. Collecting a little bit more experience. And again, these castles cannot be upgraded. Do I send Marco or Uncle Ivan level 24 over to this Tree of Knowledge yet? No. I think I will do that after I defeat Phineas, which I'm actually not too far away from doing, I think. I could probably beat him now, actually. I could probably beat him now. Marco is going to head on over here as quickly as he can to help the resupply go well. And I think I'm actually going to probably use Marco to go get those bone dragons. The last creature I would want in my final army would be the Cyclops. I think I don't know about the Crusaders or the Cyclops. I don't know which would be better or worse, but I think that those are definitely off the table. Everybody else, though, I don't think it'll really matter too much who my other creatures are. But this extra additional 22 bone dragons, I think that might be enough to really push this in my favor, especially since there's more bone dragons, there's more phoenixes, etc. Yep. And currently there are 2 heroes on the map with 2 castles and 1 town. 2 castles and 2 towns. Maybe 3? Maybe 3. We're going to use one of our dimension doors just to get to here. Here. Marco meets up, hands over the phoenixes, and then I think that I can probably, if I can get there, can Marco get there? 4 dimension doors? That's a little much, But we got Titans over here to purchase anyway. I think it's time for Marco to go back over the ocean. So Ivan will once again wait for other things to happen. And Marco's going to just inch a little bit closer. Just a little bit closer to the enemy. And if they attack him, he's going to be able to get away, no doubt. And then he's just going to find himself even closer to his main goal. So I think I'm going to have Natasha sleep. Batanya's just being a very good doorstop. Craghack sits here. And there we are. Ooh, you know what I didn't consider? Ivan could actually go and get Luna. Let's see what Luna does. Yeah, let's go get Luna. Let's have Ivan go through and get Luna. They've wandered a little too far away from where they ought to have. Glorious victory. Another 3,000 experience. I'll stay here overnight just because it's nice to hang out with your folks. Vesper, how could you, buddy? With our 4 dimension doors, we're going to use one here. Cross the gap over here. Should I stop in? There's no point, is there? We have 2 more dimension doors. But we also have mysticism. This should be a good enough gap. Let's go here. And then here to safety. No, we're not safe. Not safe. Not safe. Very scared, actually. Thanks for asking. We got 77 halflings. That's good. We're not safe. And I'm a little scared now. But at least Phineas, if that just wastes his time, that's going to be okay. That'll be fine. Sandra goes back through the looking glass and on. I think Troyan is bait. So that way I end up fighting sooner than I want to. We're just going to dance away. And go. There's only halflings if you can defeat the liches. We do. We defeat here. Can't be upgraded. And then we just have to stay far, far away until we can recoup enough spell points. I might as well purchase some of these troops here. Yeah, I don't like the way Vesper is posturing. What are you doing? Okay. We will trade tons of gold. Oops. Tons here, tons here. Lots here. I think that I'm going to end up doing, unless something drastic happens very, very quickly, I'm probably going to end up doing a quick jump cut. Just because this strategy is good, but it's taking a little bit of time. And quite frankly, my mental fortitude is lagging just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. And I'll tell you, I remember when I was younger, I used to be able to just all day, I could just do this. Not anymore. I am going to sacrifice Marco on these liches just to get back to this town. I will. I don't think I care so much about Troyan or Thundax or these guys. Let's have Sandro go back. Oh, Sandro's going down. Can't be helped. And now it's just figuring out a way to logistically get all your troops where you need to get them. That's the main issue here. We're going to go here. We're going to fight the fight. We're going to run. I don't think it matters if I get experience or not. And these strategic escapes are actually kind of fun to do. We'll have all of our spell points there. It's going to be day 7. We're going to have Sarah get out of the way. We're going to wait here one more day and then maybe run from FINNEOUS for just one more day. Yeah, one more day. Until I can get these 12 Titans and whatever Bone Dragons, we will run. We'll go to here. And then Craghack is going to sit. Craghack is going to sit. And he will get the troops out as FINNEOUS charges my way. Or you do that. Either way. Centaur growth is up. Tremendous. Thrilled to hear it. And then 12. 41. We still have gold to spare. For the first time in a long time, we still have gold to spare. Is there a better way of doing this? I don't think that there is. There's too many troops there. It's probably going to be safer to go by boat. Marco's got the navigation. It'll take him just a couple turns to get here, and then I can land, and I can be very safe with this. I can be very precise with where I want to go. Let's have Craghack still get the dragons to my man and yours, Uncle Ivan. And then Ivan can go pick up a couple more of these phoenixes over here. And then the Bone Dragons will be the last major infusion of troops. And then we will break Yellow's spirit. And then we will turn our attentions to Red. Because there's no way that Red is going to outgrow me at this point. So, not nearly so worried at this point. Here. 3 more phoenixes. And then starting to head back. Because I think that that's where we're going to meet up closest with Marco. Is that FINNEOUS? That's gotta be FINNEOUS. Right here. Okay. FINNEOUS wants all the smoke. We will let him have it. Because very soon, he's going to end up very sad. In fact, I think I'm going to go through the teleporter here. And then just head over here, take these castles, and just trade. Just trade. I will still have Craghack go north. But we have met all of our objectives. Played this game, stolen his troops, gotten more troops of our own. And been our very best selves. It would be wonderful if Titania could go and take that castle for free. She cannot. Actually, wait, can she still reach? Hey, I want you to take all these phoenixes, and you see that castle? Go kill it. How did you lose a phoenix? How did you lose a phoenix? Vitania, what are you doing? You can't do this to me. 50 points of damage is probably not going to be enough because they take reduced damage from elemental spells. It is not enough. They got 10 hit points left. We're going to attack this guy right here. Okay, but the sprites will kill him. Oh my gosh. Don't you dare cost me one single phoenix. Everybody is sitting over here like, wait, does Phixfox have a pulse right now? Oh my gosh. And the answer is yes. I do have a pulse. It's just very weak until I see something stupid like that happen. Golly. All right. Okay. Goodness gracious. I don't think it's a good idea to land here. I can't anyway. But we're going to have this hero, Halon, deliver the last Bone Dragon reinforcements here. That should do it. We were even going to give the Mage's Ring over to Marco and the Summon Boat. That could be useful for him. Oh, and actually, the Ankh. He's got Resurrect True, doesn't he? And then Marco is going to probably land right about here. 2 turns? What? Yeah, we're going to land right here. That's what we're going to do. Okay, where's the enemy? One enemy here. One enemy just took my Sorceress Castle. One enemy here. Vitania needs to get me all these guys. We have so many gems still. We could trade most of the Mercury. We still got Phoenixes to purchase, but who cares? And then there's 7 more. How close am I to getting one more? Very close. Let's just do this. One more Titan. We somehow leave 3 Titans on the table. I'd rather have taken Titans over those Bone Dragons, but they've already been purchased, so I won't worry too much. Marco's going to land, and we have to make it to this point. Yeah, to this general area is where Ivan's going to go. Finally, we take for the first time this castle here. Yes. Fine, fine. Fine. Okay. And I don't think I'm leaving a whole lot of other troops on the table at the moment. Good here. Thundax is going down so hard. What are you doing? What are you doing? Marco's officially going to deliver 12 more Titans and the Bone Dragons, and now, with all this, plus these Magi, Ivan is an unstoppable force. Ivan is the scariest thing you've ever seen. Ivan is coming for revenge, and nobody is safe from Ivan, and I am not going to run. Not again. I will not run from FINNEOUS. We will fight FINNEOUS. And he should be the one that should be scared now. I truly believe this with all of my heart. If FINNEOUS thinks that he can beat me, he is going to find out very, very quickly that he has made a tremendous and terrible error. So this fight is happening in just 2 seconds. Buckle up, because it is on. Oh, buddy, it's officially on. It is so ready to pop off. Day 7. I'd love to pick up more dragons. I don't think I have time. Because right now, FINNEOUS, do you think you can beat me? Do you think you can beat me? We're gonna go through. We're gonna take a look, and I'm gonna make the final decision. Okay. So here I've got 44 Phoenixes, 37 Bone Dragons, 63 Titans, 15 Black Dragons, and 87 Arc Magi. With 17 attack, 17 defense. No spells. In a vacuum. You have twice the Phoenixes I have. You have twice the Dragons I have. I have a third more Titans than you do. And you've got the 174 Cyclops. 7 attack, 8 defense. And your morale is terrible. Buddy, your morale is so bad. Look at that. Look at that. Look how bad your morale is. Okay. Your Phoenixes are better than my Phoenixes. That is true. Your Dragons are better than my Dragons. That is true. My Titans are better than your Titans. I think that my Bone Dragons are definitely worse than your Cyclops. And I think that my Magi are just as good or better than your Trolls. I'm not going to run. I said I wasn't going to run. I'm not going to run. Nope. Not going to run. Not going to run. I can beat you. I can beat you. I can do this. How's the fight going to go? Let's look at this. My Phoenixes are going to get to go first. Then his Phoenixes. Then my Titans. Well, hold on. Yes, then my Titans, then his Black Dragons. Phoenixes. My Titans, his Titans. My Black Dragons, his Black Dragons. His Cyclops. Oh, no, wait. My Magi, his Cyclops. His Trolls. My Bone Dragons. So if I use the Phoenixes to fly across the battlefield and try and destroy all of his Titans, I'm gonna be in a big world of hurt. Why is that? Because you're gonna get immediately hit really, really hard by those 174 Titans. I would love to get the damage from my Titans off with the ranged attack because I'm going to have the 50% increased damage. But because he's got 2 flyers, that's not realistic. Let's just make sure that my Titans are to the top, and so that you can't slot one enemy right in here on my shooters. His shooters, my shooters. And actually, do I want Archmagi here so I don't accidentally Flame Breath myself somehow? I think so. I think so. I think that this is the correct split. Except I do want the Magi and the Titans apart. I think this is it. And here's the difference, I think. I think that I've got positive morale, and you're going to have such bad morale. You're going to have -3 morale because of my Bone Dragons. My Bone Dragons are going to take you from -2 to -3 morale. I win this fight. 63 Titans. 17 and 17. Let's call it 10 and 9. 10 and 9. Hold on. Pause. Three, 3, 9, 9, 12, 6. Where's Marco? Is there still 6 Titans here? Tell you what, let me just get this last 6 Titans. Because I know I'm talking a really big game right now. I'm talking a real big game right now. But am I that confident? No. I'm very confident. Am I that confident? No. 6 Titans is a lot. And then all the rest of these Magi we can get. There's 9 more. Plus here. Let me just get this into the fight. And I will feel a lot better. I really will. I really will. Here. Here. And that's going to be it. Yeah. Okay. No more questions. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Okay. Now here's the thing. Again, this is not the final fight. This is not the final fight. We actually have to win this fight, and then we have to beat Red. So, let's do this fight. I don't care if I lose all the Bone Dragons. We are going to lose the Bone Dragons with my compliments. But everything else we need to deal with. Let's see how this rolls out. Okay. Okay, I think that morale is going to be so clutch here. Awful morale. Treason. Your morale is treasonous. You are going to miss so many opportunities at going. It's going to be bad for you. It's going to be so bad for you. I don't want the Phoenixes to get into my Titans. I don't think I could stop it. I can only kill 18 to 36. That's going to put me in range of these guys. If I could stop your Titans from doing damage, that's actually going to be pretty worthwhile. How about I kill some Black Dragons? How about I kill some Black Dragons here? 22, 23, 18. I am going to do the most damage against these Phoenixes. I'm going to kill 18 to 36. Do I hope that your treasonous morale is good for me? Again, I don't want you to use your Titans. We're going to have to kill the Titans at some point. Let's do that. Let's kill some Titans right now. Okay, 8 Titans go down. You freeze in panic. Of course you do. Why wouldn't you? 13 to 20. Let's kill 13 to 20. Okay, dragons go. Get out of here. Get out of here. I don't ever want to see you around these parts ever again. As much as I want to not lose dragons, I would much rather that the Phoenixes don't take damage if these Cyclops get to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're going to get there. I think we're going to kill some of these Phoenixes. 8 to 17 will take the damage on the retaliation, and then if the Cyclops do get to take their turn, then the 300 hit point Black Dragons are going to do much better for me. 17, 19, and so we're going to try and work on these Phoenixes, so that way we can do all the damage on these Titans. That's going to be massive. That's going to be the best thing for me, I think. Okay, 5 Black Dragons do go down, but then the War Trolls don't get to go at all. That's tremendous. Let's continue to work on these Phoenixes. I want these Phoenixes to go down. dig, 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 chew them up. On the retaliation, we kill all 21. We're going to make sure that we get that full damage off with 29 Titans. 29 Titans are going to get to go next. Let's kill as many as we can with these Phoenixes. We kill so many of them, so many of them. The damage is coming through all the way. The good luck is shining through. There is nothing that can stop me at this point. We are now going to turn our attention to this 168 Cyclops. They have been lower on the food chain. They have not been our priority at this time, but now they're going to get the full brunt of all of our ire. Now, with 100 left, do we want to lose all these Phoenixes? Absolutely not. Is there much we can do about that? No. I think that it's at this point we're going to try and make sure that we don't take damage from War Trolls. We don't want to take the full damage from these War Trolls. That might have been poor positioning. These Cyclops decide to make it so my 8 Black Dragons attack the 37 Bone Dragons. That's going to be bad, but it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. Let's kill 5 to 7 more of these Titans. The Bone Dragons are taking a little bit of a beating. Even though we had said we don't mind losing any of these Bone Dragons, we are still having a huge stack of them. 32 left. 32 remaining, and still I'm feeling pretty good about this because the amount of Titans we're going to lose is going to dip drastically. Before we lost 12 Titans, we saw 68 when we originally started off with 69. Saving the Titans is going to be worth any amount of these other troops lost. 35 or 127. Let's kill 127 of these wonderful, beautiful War Trolls that are now dead on the ground. Dead on the ground. With the rest of our damage going through here, we have 100 Archmagi and then 7 Dragons that can potentially beat these Cyclops before this idiot FINNEOUS runs. The chances are not high that he gets to run. So, we saved 11 Titans. We lost 9 Black Dragons and 20 Phoenixes. Let's call that calculated losses. And then we still have a huge stack, 30 of our Bone Dragons remaining. And we have taken down the enemy that was prowling around the map the whole time, causing us all this grief and all this heartache. And with 51,000 experience on top of everything we've just dealt with, we are feeling pretty good. We are in the driver's seat. I don't know what we're going to have to deal with in the Castle of Magic, but the Fount of Magic is laid bare. The pathway is ours for the taking. That's +1 spell power here, +1 spell power there. It's not even going to matter. That is not going to move the needle in these fights so long as we have the Sphere of Negation, and still the enemy is on the run and the route is on. Let's go. Taking this castle here, no issues here. Marco does want to get back so he can get some more spell points. As much as I would love for him to get his stables, well, we're going to let him stay overnight here in Fenton, and then he can help me clean up the rest of these enemies. Let's count it on the map. We've got 1 hero left. Is that all the enemy has? Have we defeated everyone else? Or are they hiding in their castles? 1, 2, 3 castles. There's Vesper here. He's got a couple of troops. Again, I do not think that I need to worry about him. Not at all. There's this free castle right here, this free town. We will deal with that in short order. We carry on. The Sorcerer's Castle is once again ours, 4 Phoenixes. We continue to roll. And now, before the end of this week, Yellow is going to be obliterated from this map, and we will continue on our way. There are just a few troops here. We will purchase here. Oh, we will purchase just a couple. We'll call it 10. We're going to get 10 of these Orc Chiefs just to make sure that this fight goes our way. And Marco is going to end the Barbarian stronghold for Yellow to the north. He will continue on with this army. Pack of Liches, sure. With all the spell points, why not? And then carrying on. Picking up every single sawmill, picking up every single advantage we possibly can. We are continuing on our way. +2 morale. Day 5. No issues here. The way to the tree is laid bare. That'll be for Ivan in short order. And then this should be the end of Yellow. Vesper has 6 Black Dragons. He has 2 Titans he can potentially pull into that army. 427 Centaurs. It's not going to be enough. 1 Phoenix goes down. We are going to accept that loss. And Yellow... Oh, I made a huge mistake. There is still more to be had. But I think even Marco can make it over there if worst comes to worst. I probably should have fought that last fight just to make sure that we were doing things completely with the fullest extent with everything we had. Still, though, we continue on. And we will pick up sawmills, we'll pick up ore mines. We have been trading at a tremendous rate, and so those are still going to be useful for us. Yellow can't do anything. This town cannot be upgraded to a castle. They are dead in the water. They know it. I know it. And now, knowing that we have already sent Natasha down here to claim this orange tent, I'm actually going to have Marco go through and see what he can find. I'm going to have him see what he can probe as far as Red's power in the middle of the map, just to see what they can potentially throw at us. We've defeated Yellow, no issues there. And then we officially go through this barrier. I don't think that I am unleashing a terrible evil upon the world. Oh, maybe I am. Maybe I am. Maybe that was the last thing that was keeping an enemy hero from me. I don't think the Blackwind actually has. I don't think the Blackwind actually has a hero there, though. Maybe I was hasty. Maybe I was hasty. Let's see. Whoops. Okay, and I'm going to bring my energy down a lot now. I'm going to bring my energy down a lot. Actually. Well, we've made a mistake. Yeah. Okay. 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 We're gonna run now. Red's got a lot of heroes there. Okay. I need to hire Marco back immediately. And I think that I'm still gonna end up using Dimension Door just a little bit. I need to know what's over here. I must know what's over here. Very important that we split up our boars so that way we can always rehire Marco back if there's a problem. And something tells me that, buddy, there's going to be a problem. I don't know if these enemy heroes are on patrol or if they are ready for a fight. I don't know. But that's pretty scary. What was that? 100 and something dragons? 150 something dragons? And then there's a throng of dragons here. Marco has baited out their main hero just a little bit. We're going to backdoor. I need to know what's over here. I must know what's over here. Okay, so there's this one Castle of Blackwind Legion. Oh gosh. Okay, there's 1 and 2. Is there another castle over here? That's my question. There is. There's another castle over here, New Dawn. We can maybe defeat Wraithmont. We're not going to plan on it, though. We're just going to walk by him. And if he wants to attack us, not in the castle, that's fine. I don't think the Falagar can reach. Maybe Alomar will come back. Let's try and save dragons where we can. Where we can. There's 10. That's plenty there. And there's no other troops that we could accidentally hand over. Let's give Sandro another chance. He did tremendous for us before. Let's have him do so again. And just get these black dragons out. And hopefully back over to Ivan. I'm thinking at this point, whereas before I said, well, look, for Yellow, we have to defeat Yellow. So we can get all these towns and get all this force to go through the enemy. I think that now it might be a reasonable time to take these troops I have and find a way to backdoor and go straight for this castle. If that is like 150 something dragons or something like that, I think that there was. I think that this magic ball, actually I took a look and I think I used that to great effect. Then I might have some opportunities. I might have some opportunities just to do a backdoor. I can't dimension door, I don't think. I don't think that I've seen an area where I can potentially dimension door out. But we can do our very, very best to maybe do a summon boat. Maybe if Alomar's coming this way, we go here. We get Vitania, Craghack. Get Craghack off of this lith. And we talk about going this way. Let's have Craghack stand on this again. And then Sandro. Yeah, Sandro is running for his life with these black dragons in tow. Middlegate is fallen. We must rehire Marco. Marco is my best person for helping me logistically win this fight. Town Portal. We've never seen an enemy use Town Portal, so even if we had Town Portal, we wouldn't use it. At this point, it feels kind of bad to use Dimension Door when Red has never used it, but the lid came off. You can't put the genie back in the bottle. But if we had Town Portal available, it would make resupplying very, very easy. Okay, let's start to head in this direction. Because if Alamar goes down and we can summon a boat and then get in the boat, maybe that's the best thing we can do. Maybe we're going to be able to backdoor. Maybe. Let's see. Why did I do that with Marco? Did he have some troops that I needed him to take over? I think so. I think that's what happened. I'm going to see if I can Dimension Door over here with Marco. I'm guessing that these treasure chests mean that you can't. I'm guessing. Let's find out, though. Any other things to consider? Sandro's just going to sit there for now. I lied. He's going to sit right here. And then everybody else is just kind of waiting. Yes, this is perfect. This is perfect. Because I'm not scared about any of these other troops. And at this point, I think I can get all the way back. I think that Ivan can get here before you can get back, Alamar. I don't think that they've even seen me yet. If he continues to go this way, we're going to be fine. Lots of black dragons. That's a lot of black dragons. I still think I could do something about that. I do think I can. Let's see. Let's just kind of move over here. Is there any way that I can Dimension Door over here? Not here. How about from here? Can I Dimension Door into here? I can! Okay, so we're going to do some scouting, but right now we are out of movement points. We have 40 spell points left. Let's hit end turn. And the main army is still continuing to go way down the wrong direction. They don't see me. I don't care about your lots of black dragons. I'm bigger, I'm tougher, I'm stronger, I'm smarter, I'm better. And then Marco is going to do some scouting for me. This is interesting, actually, here with this Dragon City. They've been able to get a lot of dragons here, haven't they? Haven't they? Okay, we are here. And then, oh goodness. I should have taken New Dawn. I should have Dimension Doored and taken it. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to be out of movement points. Yes, I would have been out of movement points. I would have been at exactly 0. But now let's do this. Red is coming back. They're also running there. A few dragons, a few dragons. I think, here's what I think. How many? I've got 2 Dimension Doors. I can go to here. 4. I can go here. I can summon my boat. And I can hop in my boat. So I'm now in the boat. Gold tent. Okay, I think that we're also going to need the gold tent, by the way. And then I think I'm going to use Marco to Dimension Door over. Pick up these troops when Ivan is safe. Right now, a hero could be hired and then could attack Ivan with nobody. And so we're going to not let that be a thing. But because I've got Marco, I've got a lot of flexibility here. I'm going to end this turn. I'm going to pick up troops from Ivan to then defeat New Dawn and the likes. We're going to go to right here. Aha, dwarves. I don't know why I said aha. That wasn't like, aha, I knew it. You know, who could have guessed? Yeah, nothing like that. We're going to just take these troops for now. And then I do want to take these castles just in case there's more than just a few dragons in here. The expert, whatchamacallit's still nice. Maslow, good for a secondary hero to have. And the enemy is still too far away from me. I'm going to also take Blackwind, and that's going to be useful for me too, because I'll get this gold tent. Let's have Ivan just go into the very center of the lake. Very center of the lake. Next turn, Marco will take the gold tent. And then, for the first time in a long time, it may be that Phixfox does a good job, actually, of sticking to his objectives and ignoring the fact that he could maybe just get away with defeating the enemy by ignoring some of their big, powerful armies. If I don't have to fight 157 black dragons, why should I? That was always the case, but now it's especially poignant. We now have this gold tent. We're stepping here. We are giving back all these troops. Whoops. We'll keep the one red dragon here and just split up the halflings into 4 separate groups. Titans on top, Archmagi in the middle. Phoenix is actually right below the Titans because they're going to get to go first no matter what, and then Black Dragon's here. And then if worst comes to worst, I can always Dimension Door back and forth and get additional troops into Uncle Ivan via boat. He's officially safe. He's in the important spot. We're going to land right here. And I'm wondering if the Mystic is going to show up and say hi. He probably will. Probably will. So, enemies are coming. Marco needs to find a way to get out. We've still got the spell points. Let's get over to here. We got 2 more Dimension Doors. That's going to be 1, 2. Going to be 1 and 2. Okay. We are ceding some ground here. Croto is level 31. Okie dokie. Let's just take the gold, actually. Gold more than experience. If Croto could have gotten this experience or these treasure chests, he would have. No doubt. And so I feel safe about just not letting him do that. 197. 197, but you only have 1 attack and 4 defense. This is where having Ivan the Barbarian with the Sphere of Negation is critical. Otherwise, Croto would just obliterate you. He would just obliterate you. 197. 197. 197. 197. 197. Well, that's a lot of dragons. I don't think I need to tell you. But we've got all the flexibility in the world, and the fact that we're already there means that we're going to be able to resupply multiple times if we need to. If we need to. I do wish that I kept the lid on red here until I was ready. I didn't realize that I wasn't ready. I thought that I was ready. I thought that I was ready. 197 is so many. 197. Again, I think that we're going to win. I don't think that that's in question. But there's no way I can keep red from running roughshod all over me at this point. Yeah. I did see FINNEOUS there, by the way. It's fun to see him now. He's got the estates. I could hire him. Okay, let's take a look here and just take a look. We've got 9... We got 30 Phoenixes, 9 more Bone Dragons, 12 Titans, plus another week's worth of growth in 2 days. Let's get Marco up here. Let's have him purchase these Titans now. That'll make sure that I don't have to worry about liches or anything silly like that. Nope. Okay. And then hopefully 1 more week's worth of growth will do it for us. Somehow I messed that up. Wow, somehow I really messed that up. Okay, well, we're just gonna stay here in the castle overnight. Have we been here? It's just Berserker. Resurrect True. Any other spells that might help us? Nope. No spells there, no spells there. Nope. Okay. Okay. Tell you what. I think it's gonna be worth my time to actually trade for the resources that will get me levels of Mage Guild. If I can get a 5th level Mage Guild that's got Town Portal, I think I will use it at this point, just because I think that everybody knows that I will win eventually. It's just going to take forever to do that. I don't know. Maybe I could even win this fight right now and I just don't know it. I don't think it's a reasonable gamble whatsoever. I think that you gotta be smart at this point. When you're this close, you've got to be careful. If you're doing this as a one shot, and it would be an absolute tragedy if I had to say, well, I need to do the autosave. Is it worth it to, okay, I don't think I can win this fight, but is it worth it just to do the autosave just so that way I can potentially save an hour, 2 hours? Please forgive me. Please forgive me. I don't think I can beat this fight, but if I can for some reason, I want to at least try. So we're going to wait one more day and then we're just going to hit the autosave. Just because I think I'm like 90% sure I'm going to lose this fight. But if I can win it right now, I would like to, just to save everybody massive amounts of time. I know that kind of sucks the intrigue out of this, but this has been a 6-hour scenario. In the interest of time, that's something that I'm going to take a look at doing real quick. So let's just see. And then if we cannot win, of course, we play on. So forgive me. How could I have done this? How could I have done this? To you, to me. How could I have done this? From the bottom of my heart, I am so sorry. I have ruined it. I have ruined it. All of the excitement, all of the trepidation, gone. Oof. The nice thing is this. The nice thing is this. We will carry on. This will not be the end. Though this is the final campaign here in the Price of Loyalty, and we've done the Archibald and the Roland campaign, we've done the Price of Loyalty, we've done Voyage Home, we've done the Descendants campaign, and now this will be the Wizard's Isle campaign. Even though this is the end. This will not be the end of Phixfox. Even though we will go and we will do Heroes of Might and Magic 3 and eventually 4. Maybe we'll do 3 and 4 because I like 4 more than 3. This will not be the last time you see me here doing Heroes of Might and Magic 2. No. Because I know that the FHeroes2 team is cooking up their own campaign. And I'm looking very, very much forward to that. And let's be real. Heroes of Might and Magic 2, this is my favorite out of all the Heroes of Might and Magics. This is it. Why is this my favorite? It's beautiful. It's straightforward. It plays very, very well. It's exciting. It's challenging. I'll be back. And I hope that you'll be there with me. But for now, let's watch this killer fight play out. Let's watch this killer fight play out. Knowing that the AI has won this fight and seeing how much they won this fight by, I don't think that I actually need to fight it. I don't think that it's going to be because of my own cunning. What is the strategy? Bring down these black dragons as much as possible. That's the strategy. Kill 197 black dragons, and if you can, congratulations, you win. I don't think it's actually going to be that big of a deal. All these other troops, they don't really matter. So, knowing that there's no spells, let's take one final look. 17 attack, 17 defense, 13 spell power, 7 knowledge, good morale, Irish luck. My troops all have good luck, minus the bone dragons who just have normal morale. The enemy has 1 attack, 4 defense. Their spell power and their knowledge will avail them nothing. And their morale, though it's blood on their hero, Croto the Warlock, their individual units have only great morale because, again, we do have the bone dragons, and that will help us out tremendously. So, with that being said, folks, I'm going to hit the auto combat, and let's watch this play out. This is actually going to be a pretty cool fight, I think. I do. So the Phoenixes go into a defensive stance. That's going to be a little bit interesting. The Titans are going to kill 22 black dragons with their 50% bonus damage from their archery. The AI has decided to take a completely defensive stance. This is not something that I would have done. This is why. Why would I have not done this? Because you're going to get double damage onto your Phoenixes and onto your Titans, but the AI has correctly identified the priority. The win-loss condition here for us is always going to be keeping this sack of Titans alive and doing 50% bonus damage. For that reason, the AI is playing this fight much better than I would have. I would have thought to myself, who cares? I'd rather not take double damage from this stack of dragons with their flame breath attack. The AI is correctly prioritized and said, no, you have 50% bonus damage because of the archery. It's worth it to take the double damage. It's worth it to take the double damage. If you're going to take the damage onto the Titans anyway, make sure that they can at least do 50% bonus damage. That was always correct, and I would have messed that up. I absolutely would have messed that up. It looks like the margins were not going to be so thin. It looks like it was going to be a decisive win regardless, and yet that is something that the FHeroes2 AI can teach me. And I love that decision making. Not something I would have done in a million years. From here on out, I think I will consider it just a little bit more. Without a single spell being cast, might on might, we have a glorious victory. Uncle Ivan will receive 89,000. 89,000 experience. And we will take our prize. +1 defense, +1 attack. Victory. You captured magic. You are victorious. It took us until month 7, week 2, day 1. Guaranteed you can do this a lot faster than I did. Guaranteed. But when have you known me to scratch and claw for a quicker score? Not often. The adventure was here. And I don't think I'm going to edit out any part of this. There was a moment in this playthrough where I thought to myself, maybe I should do a couple of jump cuts just to get through some of that middle game strategy. Nope. I'm going to leave this in its entirety. And folks, I'm grateful.
With all your rivals defeated and scattered before you, the fount of wizardry is yours. Now you will control the power to shape a new age of magic and unlock the secrets of time itself. Wield this power wisely, and you shall become the greatest wizard of this or any other world.
I did not get the opportunity to turn the sound up before that came on, but it just said that we have the opportunity to be the greatest wizard in this world or any other, just in case you had a hard time hearing that. What a fight. What a game. What a adventure. Folks, if you've never taken a look at this, this shows up at the end of any campaign that you do. And it's great to get to see, the original Cyberlore team. The FHeroes2 team is on the very front page, and then all the people that support through the Patreon and things of that nature. Notice that I'm not on that page. It's not because I don't care a lot about the FHeroes2 project. I do. I want to see them do very, very well. I just can't financially help them out this time. Although I'd like to think that hopefully with my why FHeroes2 is a modern day classic video, I'd like to think that that's still done my part to help. And there's still one more project that I am working on that hopefully with my services, hopefully it's useful for the FHeroes2 team to generate awareness about their project and help out. So be on the lookout for that. That will, I don't know, I'm probably going to just turn that over directly to them. And I probably won't post that also to my YouTube page once it's done. I'm probably just going to give them sole rights to whatever I create as a gift. Otherwise, folks, thank you for being here. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the help. And thank you for the insights that so many of you provide. I appreciate it very, very much. I am waxing eloquently. It's time to stop. My name is Phixfox. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. It will be Heroes of Might and Magic 3. We're going to start at the very beginning. We're going to use the Horn of the Abyss version because it has the auto combat and some of the features that are critically important as far as I'm concerned. But I will also not use the HD version because I just don't like the HD graphics. I think that they're just not what I'm used to. But I like the wider screen, things like that. And otherwise, we are going to start off in the very beginning with the gem campaign. Yeah, we're going OG all the way back. Will I play some of those single scenarios in Heroes of Might and Magic 3? Maybe. We'll see. Will I play online competitive against other people? No, not for the reasons I've discussed earlier. And I said it in the previous video, and I'll say it again. I'm actually a little bit worried. I've spent a lot of time here with Heroes2 over the last couple of months. Basically, since October is when I first did my very first video with the Roland campaign. It's been 3-4 months of playing Heroes of Might and Magic 2 on camera, about one video every week, sometimes 2-3 videos a week. So I've got a lot of experience now with Heroes 2, And I think that I once said in a previous video, I said, well, I think I'm actually better at Heroes 3 than I am Heroes 2. I am going to renege on that. I'm guessing I'm probably better at Heroes 2 than Heroes 3 because there's a lot to know about Heroes 3. Heroes 3 is a massive knowledge check. And I haven't spent as much time as I need to be an expert on the subject. I think I finished these campaigns somewhere in the 90th plus percentile as far as Heroes 2 players go. That's not to say that there's not people who are a lot better at the game than me. I think that the higher you go, the tougher the competition gets. And so to go from 90 percentile up to 95th percentile is a massive jump. And yet I'm confident in what I've done here. And I'm worried. I'm very, very much worried that I'm going to get obliterated once I go to Heroes 3. And so when we go to Heroes 3, in the comments, please, please tell me all the mistakes I've made. Tell me all the strategies, all the things I missed, because much like with Heroes 2, and I've gotten so much better at Heroes 2 by playing the game consistently for about 4 months or 5 months or however long it's been, I want to do the same thing with Heroes 3. So if you're only interested in Heroes 2, don't worry. I'm still going to be doing Heroes Might and Magic 2 videos. It's going to be the single scenarios. I think we're going to be done with the campaigns for a while. But otherwise, I am looking forward to seeing you, hopefully in Heroes 3, Heroes 4, and beyond. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful for the opportunity to kind of move forward in this hobby. And I think that all my goals are being met. And I hope that this has been worthwhile for you. So thank you. And again, thank you for all the insights. Thank you for all the help. And thank you for spending the time. Folks, my name is Phixfox. And I am out.